Cheers.
Cheers. Get a little to the third episode.
To the
Look at that.
third episode, boys. Cheers.
Wait, whoa. You done switched up on me.
Who?
You.
Yeah, I said I was gonna drink my water first.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Oh. That's
Alright.
the water you meant.
Now I'll cheers to you.
Dang.
All right. All right. Yo, the third freaking episode. This is getting crazy.
Yeah, we getting in too deep now. We can't.
I know we can't stop, won't stop type deal. I'm liking it. So how's your guys' day? First and foremost.
FOMO.
Man, my day.
Missing out.
Let's
Yo,
go. Luke had him a day, bro.
Luke had him a day. Let's
Man.
hear it. Let's hear it just a little bit. You know, something about like fighting off like 13 snakes or something like that with the broom.
Let's start off with
Hello.
Let's start off with I wake up. I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment for the nerves in my feet because of the diabetes. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rapper.
Diabetes.
And doctor's office call and was just like, oh, the insurance, we don't know if we take it. I'm like, well, I ain't going down there if you don't know. That's kind of weird that you don't know. And so we rescheduled, and then I had a photo shoot at 12 for the drone company. I went there, did the photo shoot real quick, and then I get back home, and then next thing you know, a snake was in my garage / driveway, dude. And to back it up, this is the second snake I've encountered in the past like 72 hours. This one wasn't as big as the first one, but it was actually kind of chill at first, and then told Brooke, yo, there's a snake trying to get into the garage, like keep Skylar from running out. And then the snake was chill, and Brooke was like trying to go Crocodile Dundee and pick up this freaking snake, dude. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm like, yo, watch out. She's just like, no, let me pet him. I'm like, no, dude. So she's trying to pick up the snake. I'm holding onto her arm, trying to get her back away from the snake because she's pregnant. I don't want her to get bit. She's like, well, it's not poisonous. It was just a little garden snake, the little black and yellow ones, And I'm like, bro, I don't care if it's poisonous. Let me do it. So I grab a broom because I ain't that crazy with bare hand and a snake, dude, like a wild hood snake. You know what I'm saying?
For grabbing a broom, bro.
Yeah,
I would
dude.
not go near that thing.
Bro, and like me, if anyone knows, I don't like snakes, I don't like spiders, and so I put the broom, not hard or nothing, just trying to get its head, and it just instantly just starts trying to get at me, and so now I'm like getting kind of upset with it, like, yo, I'm trying to be chill, and so I started snapping the snake across the street. It's just snapping at me, dude. It's like trying to coil up like it's a big bad snake. I'm like, all right, dude, like, now I'm putting you in the bushes, and then yeah, dude, threw him in the bushes. He didn't like it, but he got there. He's not on the road anywhere but my house,
Yeah, what's funny is like he calls me and is like, bro, this snake. And when someone says snake, I immediately think like a freaking 6, 7, 8 footer snake that's just like terrorizing. This man freaking sends me the video, and it's like this
little baby snake.
tiny little.
It's like a footer. It was a footer.
Gardener snake, right?
Yeah.
But still, I ain't touching that thing. I like even like looking at it, and when it was like snapping at you, but I was like, dude, you are reckless now.
It's crazy because it was doing this little tail thing like it was a rattlesnake. I'm like, all right, dude, like you still a snake, but like stop it. You ain't a rattlesnake.
The only snake that I like would catch back in the day, you know those red racers? They're basically like fast earthworms.
Yeah,
they don't even bite you. Their mouth is so small that you wouldn't even feel it. And that's before I knew what like potential snakes could do to people. So I was kids, you're like, I'm gonna stick my hand in this hole. I don't care what's in it, type deal. But now, I will not even go near. Dude, I would scream I would scream at the top of my lungs if I saw a snake.
Someone posted on this like Nevada Facebook page thing, dude, like a king cobra, bro, in their backyard, and I'm like,
In
what?
Nevada?
Yes, I'm
Well,
Is it
like,
like
somebody said
domesticated?
free, bro.
Yeah,
dude, I
I
was
feel like
like, I, I'm like, that's got to be someone's pet, right? Like, there's no,
yeah.
I don't even
There's
think
no
king
way.
cobras are a United States snake.
No, they're not.
What the?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like,
that's
dude.
Somebody released that thing.
oh
Dude, I'm
hell
like,
yeah.
yo, and someone in the comments, like in the, I'm scrolling through the comments. I'm like, dude, there's no way that's in Nevada. I don't even think that's a U.S. And someone was like, oh, it's got to be someone's snake that got out
Yeah.
or whatever. But
It might have either got out or someone released that for sure.
yeah, dude, I was like, it's crazy how people have like anacondas as like pets. I'm like, dude, that thing.
Then let's just revert that to it's crazy that people have snakes as pets.
Nah,
What are
it's
you gonna do? Oh, you're such a good boy.
right.
Like, no, dude.
I don't know.
No.
There,
Like, even lizards.
I think I've
And
told.
like,
Well, it's like those people that have you? I forget what they call them. Have you ever seen those people that keep like all those snakes in their basement? They just have like shoe boxes
yeah,
full of
and then they
snakes,
pull
like
it. Yeah.
hella rare, poisonous ass snakes. Like, oh yeah, this is my king cobra, and
Yeah.
like this
And
is
they're
my
not
black mamba. And
wearing
like,
anything but their
Crazy.
no,
freaking a chain and they're like pulling it out. Like, dude,
yeah,
you guys are
dude.
freaking nuts. But
Crazy.
I guarantee you they make so much money selling that.
Oh, they
Oh,
got to.
for sure.
Like exotic snakes, people just want to say, "Oh, I have an exotic snake," so they'll drop money on that.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off
Yeah,
that.
no,
I'm good. It's just like the people have like tarantulas or
exactly. Like reptiles, insects.
where throw a lizard in your cage, bro. Like have a lizard as a pet. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
hell,
Or a
not
guinea
even a
pig or
lizard.
like a hamster. Like
Not
what's up
even
with
a
the snake?
lizard,
What's up with the
bro. A
snake?
lizard, like anything
Oh,
that moves quicker than me, I fear. I
oh
fear
my
because you
god.
don't know. You don't know a lizard's gonna freaking just bite you. It's not gonna do any damage, but that's just gonna hurt a little bit.
What is going on, bro?
What's up, Matty? What's up, Matty?
Oh, I'm watching the Knicks and 76. Oh my god, bro.
What's the score? What's the break it
You
down, Matty?
6 points in 15 seconds basically
Left
to
to go.
take the lead. New York. There's 13 seconds left. Philadelphia now has the ball, but they look like a ton of missed calls in there too. This is wild. Oh my god.
Like let them play. This is the playoffs now. Let
They're
them
letting
play.
them. Oh, they're letting them
Yeah,
play.
let them
They're
play.
letting them play.
And refresh me if I'm wrong, but I wouldn't be wearing a Sacramento Kings hat after what happened.
That's crazy.
Did you inform everyone what's going on?
Yo,
If people don't
hey,
watch,
put Ryan on a 5-minute mic ban, bro.
if people don't know what's going on in the NBA world, can you just let us know? I think there was like a play-in tournament that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Now the
The
play,
Kings eliminated because we went up against the Pelicans.
which
Pelicans
Pelicans,
we won a
bro.
which they
single
should have
game
won.
against the Pelicans all year.
Yeah,
All year.
and they didn't even have Zion either, huh?
Finally beat us. No, he was out.
Yeah. Maybe you deserve to get beat then.
I don't know. We had no
Hey,
bench though. That was the main problem.
yeah,
No
yeah.
zero bench. No Malik. No Kevin
Just
Herter.
just because
No.
of injuries or what?
Yeah, all
Yeah,
injured.
all injured. That's unfortunate.
So we'll see what happens next season.
But it's okay. Again, I used to be a diehard Lakers fan. Stopped following basketball after rest in peace Kobe Bryant died. But I know that but we about to get 4-0'd by the Nuggets.
Nah, I think you're gonna win one game. I think the Lakers win game 3, and then I think that's it.
yeah. The Nuggets look good. The Nuggets look good, and also OKC.
It looked like the 76ers were gonna steal one in New York, and then this shit just happened.
Oh, dang.
Someone,
They can hold for the last possession though, so
Speaking of,
there we go.
Speaking of OKC, some dude bet I think it was like
Oh,
$1,700. Were you about to say that?
no, keep going. I don't know if it's the same thing.
So he had like a parlay, but it was for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. It was for the Texas Rangers to win the freaking World Series, and then if OKC wins, the NBA Finals, he will cash out at $1.7 million off
Off a $1,700 bet.
a $1,700 bet.
He's got
So
to.
how do you know, like, okay, Chiefs? How do you know, like, the Rangers gonna win it? How do you like? That's just so lucky, bro.
Does whatever platform he's betting on? Does he have like a cash out option?
Yeah, if he cashes out right now, he'll lose the boost. But the cash out's only like I said that I have this much money. It's only $36,000.
See, I mean,
Right.
you're
At this
still
point,
36x,
OKC,
like
yeah.
360x.
No,
crazy.
36. Yeah. So like OKC's looking like they're the fate. It's gonna be freaking OKC and Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals.
Knicks win.
Next one.
Knicks won.
2-0.
Who are you saying is going to be the Western Conference final?
I would cash out.
OKC and Nuggets.
OKC and Nuggets.
I would cash out, but
Wait,
at the same
wasn't
time,
OKC in first place?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
if
fine.
I were him, I would wait. When's their next game? OKC.
Tomorrow, probably.
They just played, so yeah, I think it's tomorrow.
And who do they play?
They're
Let's see.
playing. Oh my god, the Suns. Are they playing the Suns?
Yeah.
I would cash out. That's just me being conservative.
No, they're not playing the Suns.
No.
Freaking Timberwolves are playing the Suns.
Timberwolves playing the Suns.
Yeah,
They're playing the Pelicans. My bad.
Pelicans. Okay.
OKC plays
I'm trying to pull up
Pelicans.
the games. Yeah.
I'm cashing out.
Let's see.
I'm cashing out.
All right.
Yo,
So
they're-
game 2 is gonna be Wednesday, 6:30.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
if I so speaking on betting, and this can roll us into the next thing that Ryan wants to talk about. This guy over the weekend placed, it was a rapper, and it was either a rapper or an athlete. I'm not going to say the name because I don't remember his name, but he bet $250,000
Oh, I know exactly
on
what you're talking about.
the dude who was fighting Ryan Garcia to win, just to win $25,000.
Yep.
Bro, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Hey, that's just showing love to your boxer, you know. And I'll tell you the name.
Say the name.
LaShawn McCoy. He was a running back.
Yeah, for the
LaShawn
Eagles,
McCoy.
right?
And,
I don't get it.
And that's like the worst.
The worst odds.
Yeah, like
ever.
Why would I drop? Even if it was $250 and I win 25, oh hell no, bro. I'm not betting that. Like, oh.
I did a similar type of bet, but on a smaller scale. I did the Detroit Lions versus whoever they played. I don't remember who they played, but it was $1,000 to win, like, I think it was like $125. It was somewhere along those lines of a silly bet. So
was it like?
It was a 10 a.m.
guaranteed. Was it?
It was a lock. Yeah, it was a lock. It was supposed to be a lock. So my mindset was it was a 10 a.m. game. By that time, the Seahawks play, and I still had money in my bankroll in the account, but this was through Circa, which they don't allow any cash out options. They don't allow any of these cool things that some of the. So it was like once you place that bet, even if it was an accident, you have 5 minutes. So if you do it in person, right, they give you the actual physical ticket. You have 5 minutes to, and this is before the game starts, right? Once the game starts, kickoff, like the ball gets kicked, you can't deals off the table. So you have 5 minutes. You place that bet, but this was a mobile bet. I did a mobile bet, and I was like, yo, the Lions are winning. So my thought process was I win the $125. I take that $125. I throw it.
Or the Seahawks.
I throw it on the Seahawks, which the Seahawks were plus 600. I don't remember who they were playing, but it was like, in my opinion, I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the $125. I'm gonna throw it plus 600. I win 600 something bucks. Cool. I did the whole good old fashioned do whatever throughout my day. I checked the score. Lions are getting smoked, and I'm pretty sure I'll have to look it up. I don't remember. But the Lions are getting smoked. I'm like, there goes $1,000. Okay.
Ooh.
So now I'm like, okay, what could I do to make my money back? I had $400 left in my account. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be crazy. I threw $400 on the Seahawks money line. Right, this wasn't points. This wasn't spread. None of that. Money line to make a lot more money. But I still made my money. I got my money back, but it just
Dude,
goes to show, like,
and
you don't know, dude.
that's why I don't bet, because I would be stressing.
I was
I wouldn't.
stressed.
I'd be glued to the TV. I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Just thinking
Eat,
about it.
sleep.
Like, how do you
But let's
tell
go.
that? How do you tell that to
Yeah.
Brooke? Like, hey, I just lost $1,000 on the Lions, but guess what? I'm gonna put $400 more on a plus 600. But they did win, and I did not bet on the Sunday night. It was a Sunday game, so I didn't bet on Sunday
Okay.
night. So I was like,
Yeah.
I still made money, but I was hating myself because it came down to the last 30 seconds, as the Seahawks always do. It
Oh,
was
was it when freaking Drew Lock was playing?
yes, that's why they were
When he
like,
threw,
it was like a
threw that
last.
freaking last second touchdown, bro.
Dude,
And he was just like,
I was like, let's go. Dude, I was screaming, running. Benny starts barking. Skylar's like, what's going on? Brooke's like, why? I'm like, because she doesn't know I just lost $1,000 like a couple hours earlier. So I was like, I just won. And then I told her. But man, sports betting it pulls your hair out, dude.
Back to that Ryan Garcia and Haney fight. I didn't watch it, but this is not what I want to talk about. So I guess in the boxing, I was doing some research. You can bet on yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the
Ryan
only sport that
Garcia
allows it.
Bet $2 million on himself and won 12.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's nuts.
It's crazy.
What, dude? If I bet 2 million on myself, you best believe I'm winning that shit.
Now
And if I lose, I'm pulling out a gun to shoot the fucking opponent, and I win. Like,
he's just joking, FBI. If you're watching and listening,
yeah,
he's just kidding.
that
He's just
was
kidding.
yeah, that was.
No,
But you know what I mean. Like that's crazy, dude. How you could bet on yourself, yet you get NBA players, you get NFL players that are just sports betting, and they're getting freaking life in prison.
look at the guy who just got the lifetime ban in the NBA for throwing.
Guy from the
But-
Raptors.
But
Yep, the Raptors do.
if you want to play devil's advocate, right? You have boxing that allows you to bet, right? But then you have all these other sports that don't. You have someone in the NBA. This is all within this season, right? The start of this season. NBA guy, I don't know his name. What's his name?
Dante Porter.
Dante Porter, banned from the NBA for life. And then you have the next guy who plays for the Angels now, for baseball. His coach or his manager was making sports bets, and now they're kind of in hot water, but he's still able to play. So it's kind of like, it seems like every sports team has different rules and different regulations, and it's crazy.
I do get it, because like boxing is a 1v1.
Right.
You can't really
exactly.
like throw that. Like if you're gonna bet against yourself and you throw the fight, you're gonna know, and then you're gonna get freaking.
Well, see, that's the thing.
From boxing and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to like multiple players, and you're betting on them, or you're betting on yourself, and you're saying like, oh, I'm sick, or I got an injury, like it's super easy to milk a freaking ankle injury. Like,
yeah, that's what happened with the Dante Porter guy. He was giving out information on hurt players.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
There
like
was
stuff that hadn't hit the report.
Right. There was someone in the UFC that was doing that. He was a trainer for multiple fighters, and so he kind of had insight of people's camps. And he was like, yeah, hey, this dude's shoulder's not doing too great, or hey, this dude's knee's not doing too great, or like his shin.
Want to hit him.
Yeah. Damn, see, that's shady, bro. That is shady. And I was just talking to one of my buddies at work. He is on the Mahomes freaking wee, right? And like, I will give it to him. Like, Mahomes is a great player.
Fantastic.
I hate to say it. I just talk mad shit about him because guess what? I'm a Raiders fan. Chiefs are in my freaking division. I hate them. I don't care how good they are. I hate them. And I won't say it openly, be like, yeah, no, he's a good ass player, but I'm saying it right now. All right. But I don't even know where I was going with this now because I got so heated at the Chiefs. I don't even know. We were talking, and like I was talking about the new rules and everything. Like, oh, you can't hit tackle, you can't do this. And then I was also talking about like the script and how he's the new Tom Brady, and like refs are freaking
Awesome.
like throwing freaking flags.
Left and right.
Yeah, and I was like, this new hip tackle rule, I get it. It's actually I don't get it because that's freaking football. That's how you were taught to tackle someone, right? Um, but I was like, yo, this is gonna make NFL games so much longer with all the flags that are being thrown.
It's gonna be
And
it's gonna be weird watching it. I want to see how they implement it. Maybe
because then I was talking to him, I was like, dude, if someone picks the ball off, right? Let's say freaking Sauce Gardner picks off the freaking pass by Patty Mahomes, and he's running down the freaking field, and how you supposed to tackle him legally? Because guess what? When you tackle someone from behind, you tackle and then you fall, right? That's gonna be a flag.
I
He's
think
like, oh, you can just hit their feet and trip them. I'm like, bro, really? Like, I
I
get it.
I think there's going to be a lot of flags. I think midway through the season, or especially during playoffs, that whole
I
it's
hope.
I think the refs are going to pick and choose on like, all right,
I
or
hope
but
because
I think it's going to dictate some games.
oh no,
I'm
yeah,
going to take the over under at over 3 on how many games it wrecks this season. Like
oh yeah, 100% over
dudes
three,
running in,
especially in the playoffs.
or
Three in the playoffs.
let's
That's
say it's
what's gonna ruin it.
let's say it's 4th and 15, quarterback drops back. Let's say someone like Patrick Mahomes, who gets out of the pocket a lot, and he goes about ready to throw a freaking some silly pass. He gets hip tackled, boom, automatic first down,
Yep.
and boom,
Because
touchdown.
it's gonna be a 15-yard penalty. So
Yeah,
that's a personal foul now.
right.
That's an automatic first down, even if you're fourth and 3,700 feet away.
Yeah.
Automatic first down, 15-yard penalty. Like that's. I feel like that should have been like a 5-yard penalty. Replay it down.
But to circle back on the Ryan Garcia fight, I did get in there around round 5,
Yeah.
and I can't speak for the first couple rounds that I missed, but watching the fight, his style, I've never seen a Ryan Garcia fight. I did throw this on just because he's been in the news lately. He's been kind of being crazy.
Hey,
Also,
but that was all a troll.
all a
That was a
troll.
troll.
He did do a podcast. I did watch a little bit of it where
Yep.
it was like a little clip, and he's like, dude, people think I'm on drugs. People think I'm doing this and that. I'm not. I'm just saying it how it is. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I did watch the fight, and his fighting style, again, I'm not familiar with boxing. I'm not gonna lie, I've watched more Jake Paul fights in boxing than anything. I've seen old clips or old fights of Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, in my opinion, is the best boxer in the world. Obviously, people are gonna have their opinions, but that's just me. But I've seen more Jake Paul fights in a relevant era than any like real boxing fights.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. But his style, this Ryan Garcia guy, he has a style of a Floyd Mayweather. That's who I was like, because every time he would defend his shots with his shoulder. So I was like, okay, that's kind of like a Floyd Mayweather style. I've never seen anything to like about him. I don't really know too much. But when I was watching him, he
Yeah.
had that Floyd Mayweather style where he's blocking shots with his shoulder. But it was a good fight. I think it's kind of ridiculous that he was 3.2 or 3.5 pounds over weigh-in, and a lot of people are like, does that really make a difference?
Hey,
It does.
but he had to pay $1.5 million
Yeah,
to Haney.
for every
500
pound, yeah, for
500K.
every pound he was over, he had to pay $500K and
Yeah.
to his opponent.
So,
So
but he since Haney lost, the belt now is
up for grabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ryan Garcia doesn't get the belt because he was overweight, which I was like, dude. And then I guess when he chugged that beer, it wasn't even beer.
obviously,
It was
obviously,
apple juice.
it's either apple juice or water or
and
something.
vinegar or some. Speaking of the Paul brothers, I think I saw him talking to Logan Paul. And he's like, dude, that wasn't even freaking beer.
That's probably Jake Paul.
No, it was Logan.
Are you sure?
It wasn't Jake.
Because before the fight,
Jake,
Jake Paul did like a little FaceTime with him.
no, it wasn't. It was after the fight. It was
Oh,
after the
okay, okay,
fight.
okay.
But
I mean,
um, it's just it's crazy. He's like, I just wanted to show you you can't believe everything was on the internet.
oh,
Like
100%.
everyone thought that I was crazy. Everyone thought that I like, oh, he's gonna lose this fight. He's gonna lose this fight, and then boom, shows up.
But if again, that goes into him betting on himself. Did he want to look crazy? Did he want to look overweight? Did he want to
Yep.
all these things? So his odds go into the plus because once
Yeah.
you go minus, you're favored to win. So for the viewers at home that don't sports bet or don't
Yeah.
understand sports betting, if you're a fighter or you're a professional team, the more minus you go, that's more favored. So let's say the Kings versus the Clippers, and the Kings are minus 1,000. That's like a guaranteed. Like, there's no reason why the Kings lose, right? So it could be, hey, like
He's trying to
this,
make money. He's trying to
this,
set himself up.
the stuff you see, like allegedly he made, he posted, oh, I made over 50 million tonight. And again, I
Yeah,
think that's a
yeah.
boxer thing to do, but boxers do get paid a lot of money. But look at
Yeah, they
a
do.
lot of professional athletes like Floyd Mayweather. There's a lot of hot water on Floyd Mayweather right now saying that he's not rich anymore and that he's looking for money. But I do see that, like, again, from personal experience, from watching all these documentaries, from like the more money you make, the saying is true.
You think you're
The
invincible and you're just gonna buy everything, bro.
you're gonna buy everything, and I've done that before. I've from personal experience. I'm making X amount of money a day from trading, from all these other things, and I've made a lot of money, and I've lost a lot of money, and I've spent a lot of money, and I can only imagine once you get to that next when you are
Once you get
making
into the
millions.
millions,
Oh my god!
yeah, brother.
So I can go down, I can talk for an hour of mistakes that
Yeah.
I've made along the way. And when like I said, when you're making a lot of money, it doesn't matter. Like, oh, I can buy this because guess what? Tomorrow I'm gonna make X amount of money
Yeah.
again. Or
Yeah.
so I do see how these players.
And you see multiple freaking uh sports industries that you hear people freaking going bankrupt, filing for bankruptcy, freaking having no money, just because they're so used to living that lifestyle. And when they don't fight or they don't have anything going on, maybe they don't have endorsements, maybe they don't have freaking steady income. Now they're still spending like how
Yeah,
they would spend when they were making the money,
yeah,
and then it just disappears
yeah. Nah,
because
people.
it's easy to spend money.
It
I
is.
can, I
You.
don't make shit, but I still am dropping money on my 72-inch freaking monitor that I have. Just kidding, it's not 72 inches, but
I can look at a Best Buy and my wallet is dry.
oh yeah, yeah. I can't even go into Best Buy no more.
Yeah, nah, it's.
Nothing good happens from that.
I still think, there's a lot of athletes. I think the statistic actually dropped a little bit. It used to be 85% of professional athletes go broke. Um, and I think the statistic dropped down to 72. So maybe there's a lot, maybe behind the scenes in their contract,
Yeah,
or I
yeah,
believe it is maybe not Kyrie Irving, but it's another basketball player who played against the Jordan era. That once he turns 55, he gets a fat. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Matty might know who I'm talking about.
I don't think it'd be Kyrie
No, I
Irving
don't.
It's
with
not
the
Kyrie Irving,
Jordan
but it's
era.
someone who's like that. He's
I don't know. The NBA's set up a lot of things to kind of
help.
ensure that
Yeah,
you still make money when you go out, and they also make it easier for them to get jobs in broadcasting and all that kind of shit too.
Yeah.
I'm sure the NFL is working at doing things like that.
oh yeah. You see a lot of freaking ex NFL players start broadcasting or
Yeah,
having their own podcast, being freaking like coaches now or freaking
I can't remember what
anything.
the NBA called it. It's something. It's
Oh,
basically like a retirement plan for NBA players.
which is good, and I don't think they had that back in the day.
No, they
So
didn't.
they
No, they
definitely
didn't.
didn't.
But that's why they started doing it.
Yeah, which is good. Which is good. You don't ever want to see someone freaking be low because like this
So,
saying
well,
money is
no, this says they've
happiness.
had a pension plan since 1965.
65.
Yeah.
But is it? Do the players have to opt into it,
No, you just have
or is it
to. I think you have
automatic?
to play a certain amount of years.
Oh, okay.
Allen Iverson,
So,
that's who I was thinking of. That's
oh,
making.
AI, the Reebok thing.
Yeah, yeah. He's making.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So after 10 seasons, players can earn the maximum benefit. Um,
But how much is that benefit
the
though?
minimum annual pension is, and you don't get it until you're 62, is $56,000 a
That's
year, and that's
nothing.
for any player that played for 3 seasons.
Oh, 3 seasons. Okay.
After 10 seasons, you can earn the maximum benefit payable by law. The plan is considered age 50. I don't know what the max thing is, but there's also a new one that that all the players have made. They made their
Yeah.
own version
And I
that's
feel
way
like
better.
yeah, and I feel like as the time goes on, like people are more smart, a little bit more smarter about their money.
Yeah.
Like they have like accountants or they hire freaking their whatever their personal freaking finance person, and
Financial
it's just like,
advisor.
hey, there you go, or something like that, and they just like, hey, I'm gonna give you this. I need you to make sure that I don't ever go broke.
Oh, here you go. The maximum is 195,000 a year. So
But
that's a
to
lot of
us,
money.
that's a lot. To us, that's a lot. But look at these guys that are making freaking
Well, that you just have to.
150 million for 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, but you would just have to have a more modest life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of that, like $150 million can be considered generational wealth.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's
If
Oh
a
you,
yeah.
yeah,
ton of
if you play
money.
your cards right, for sure.
A,
That's
a million is
you
if you play
can
your cards right,
you
you
can
could
put
have
half of
generational
that.
wealth.
You can put half of that into, let's say a 401k, Roth, whatever you want, and
Yeah.
just 10% every single year guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
You're
crazy.
already chilling. You retire and you should have multiple millions of dollars saved up.
But that's the thing. A lot of people don't do it.
I think Jason Tatum hasn't like I think his mom or something keeps a hold of his money and like he doesn't buy things. He's like, hey, can I pull out some money? Even though he just freaking had the crazy ass deal, but like he's super smart with his money.
Yeah, I since knowing Brooke, she has became my financial advisor because
Mm.
I've I like to see things and buy it. So she's became my hey, could I afford this today?
Yeah. You
But
would say you're an impulsive
Yeah.
buyer.
I'm very
So
impulsive.
it says she handles all of his finances. Uh the one thing he's allowed to spend any endorsement money he gets, but all of his
Yeah.
NBA earnings are handled by her.
Yep. Yep. Which is cool. Which is cool. Good for him.
So what was that one story before the pod? You were like, "Yo, this happened." I don't even remember, but I got really excited to hear about it.
So I got informed today when I was at work. They're like, "Hey, did you hear about this lady, Bakersfield, California? Sorry for the UV rays coming out this
The
He's got
flashbang,
freaking
his sunblock
yeah
on.
the
Don't
yeah."
worry.
flashbang.
Um, I was like, "No, what's going on?" They're like, "Yo, this activist is facing 18 felony counts for allegedly threatening Bakerfield City Council." And I'm like, "What?" So there's a video. And
Can we
long
play it?
story short,
Are we allowed to play it?
I don't know if that. I would have to find the video. I just have the what she said.
Okay.
Basically, what she said at the very end. She was talking about um Reedy Patel, 28, was arrested after a public statement she made last week on the topic of ceasefire and metal detectors at City Hall. She is Indian.
Like Native American?
So
No,
no,
Patel. She's from India.
yeah. So basically, among her comments, Patel said this council members were such horrible human beings that Jesus would probably have killed you himself. Later, she expressed hope that oppressed people right bring the guillotine. She concluded her public statement by saying, "We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you."
Can't say that.
And
Wow.
it's you. The video that I saw was her saying this. I was like, "Yo, what is she doing?" And then like it cuts to her trial basically almost, and like she's crying, she's in the jumpsuit, and I'm like,
Oh,
bro, you
gotcha.
can't be saying that.
Gotcha.
You can't be saying that right now.
People think they could just say whatever they want nowadays.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's freedom of speech. No, bro, you can't
no,
make threats.
when you threaten someone, that's no freedom of speech right there. You're saying
That's
we will see
crazy.
you at your house, we'll murder you.
And but what's the reasoning? Why was she getting so upset? Why did she say like what's the I love stuff like this, you know. What's the tea? What's the tea?
See, I just saw the video. I freaking on Monday, blah 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 blah.
So she like a protester for something, I'm assuming.
I,
What's her name?
uh,
Reddy Patel?
read read Reedy,
Rita?
Riddhipatel. Let's see. Oh, she referenced an Indian holiday, Chatra Navratri. If I butchered that, I'm sorry. And said that some in the global south believe in violent revolution against their oppressors. I hope one day someone brings a guillotine and kills all you mother. Um,
Now she can say that. Like I hope
yeah,
someone
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
I'm going to, I will, I'm, you know, that's where she kind of slipped up when she started.
She was kind of saying like, oh, you guys are involving metal detectors and increased security to our people. That's kind of fucked up type deal. I'm pretty sure that's what was going on, which she and others believe could stifle public participation. The issues have been a hot button one in Bakersfield for years, doing the ACLU of Southern California protests and then blah 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 blah. With her family friend, accused the council of trying to criminalize members of the public who protest their policies. You guys want to criminalize with metal detector? She said. We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
That's crazy.
That yeah. She also faces 8 counts of threatening specific public officials. That includes all but 2 of those at the meeting. The district attorney told Bakersfield that council members blah 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 are not considered victims because they do not feel threatened. Obviously I don't think that's what she meant to say, but it came out the worst way possible.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that was when I watched the video. It was probably like a 15 to 45-second video. No, it was maybe a 45-second video. I was just like, dude, I don't even know what's going on right now. And then they're like, just wait, just wait. And then that's when she's like, we'll come to your house, we're gonna murder you. And I was like, yo, like you can't be saying that type of
That's
things.
crazy.
Yeah, I got the video
Like,
right here if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, let's pull it up. I want to see.
Let me just get it back up here.
For the viewers that are listening and not watching, we're going to be pulling up a video, and hopefully the audio is good. Let's take a look. All right, go for it, Matty.
Ms. Riddhi Patel. I'm here to speak in support of the City Council introducing a ceasefire resolution, specifically the one United Liberation Front has drafted. I don't have faith that you'll do this. You guys are all horrible human beings, and Jesus probably would have killed you himself. And
Okay.
the thing is, though, it's very clear to me as someone who's been an organizer for the past couple of years that none of you care because you guys don't care about anything happening in Palestine or any other country where oppression occurs because you don't care about the oppression occurring here. And I understand that you guys are all horrible people, but the thing is, 2,300 people being evicted in the last year, those are votes. And you guys, those are votes to win here in Bakersfield. And while you guys parade Gandhi around as a Hindu holiday called Chaitra Navratri, it starts off this week. I remind you that these holidays that we practice, that other people in the global south practice, believe in violent revolution against their oppressors. And I hope one day somebody brings the guillotine and kills all of you. The increased criminalization.
Oh, she's back.
No need other than you don't like
With
when
glasses.
With glasses.
Come and hold you guys accountable for introducing ceasefire resolutions, because the only escalation in violence has been by you all. And so there's no need to continue. In the last 5 years I've attended city council meetings, there's never been metal detectors, there's never been more cops. The only reason you're doing it is because people actually don't care if you guys don't like them, and they're actually resisting, so you want to criminalize them. So regardless of whether you elect people into office, they'll backstab you, they'll let you die, and for that reason, you guys want to criminalize us with metal detectors, we'll see you at your house, we'll murder you.
So
Next speaker, please.
Like-
Lance,
So for the viewers, she's now
followed by
walking
Valeria.
away, trying to get her stuff from the
Like,
seats.
she's like, I gotta get out of here. I probably shouldn't have said that.
And now the cops.
sheriff's
That was a
pointing at her.
threat,
Yep.
what you said at the end, and so the officers are going to escort you out and take care of that.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Yeah.
I am all for expressing and doing what you got to do, but that she kind of fucked up at the end right there. You can't do that. You can't do that.
You just can't say I'm gonna murder you. We'll murder you. Like no.
We'll
dude.
show up at your house.
Yeah.
I
Again, I don't like bringing up politics. I guess that was political, but that was just like, whoa. It brought to my attention. I was like, that you don't really hear someone saying that in front of a freaking city council, you know?
it's kind of crazy because when you first off, her dress was awesome. That was a cool looking dress. I was looking at her dress. I was also looking at that little heart tattoo right there. That probably hurt. But when I watch videos like that, I'm like, dude,
Hey,
who?
yo, Luke got a crush.
Hey, yo, stop it. No,
She's like, yo, how much is your bail? I'll get you out, baby.
when I watch videos of that, I go, who the fuck has time in their day to take time out of their day to show up to a meeting like that? Like, you have to be so frustrated, so mad. So clearly she was upset enough to pull up to an event like that, or actually cared about whatever the subject matter was. But when I watch videos like that, I'm like, dude, I don't have time to do something like that, to pull up to a council meeting and stand up in front of random. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It does not matter. Like, if we go ahead.
No, it's just like they're extremists. Like those are what I feel like they're extremists.
But it's like, what's
And-
your day job, dog? Like, what the
Right?
fuck are you doing there
And-
right now? You know
And
what
like
I'm
I'm gonna like make this analogy. Let's see if I butcher this shit. I'm an extremist when it comes to this video game. It's called Destiny 2. Would I ever take time out of my day to go to like a freaking a con event or whatever event that they have every single year? No, and that's for pleasure. So now you're freaking going up there and trying to make a statement, which hundreds of thousands of people already do, right? And to think that you're gonna sway them one side or the other,
Don't matter.
like that it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
Like,
And especially like the people that lit themselves on fire because of Palestine. Like that is
there was a
what are you gonna prove? Like I'm freaking mortified by that.
Could we go down that rabbit hole for like 5 minutes? Could we go down?
But like
Could we go down that rabbit hole?
Your name is gonna be put on social media for maybe 2-3 days. People are gonna repost it, and then you're gonna be nobody. Which that I hate to say that, but you're not gonna be known at all.
So the monk, I believe it was a monk that did it during the Vietnam era, did
Okay.
a protest like that. I don't know if he was the first to do it, but he was the one that went mainstream with lighting yourself on fire to prove a point, to spread the word. And I do believe that guy, that person that did that, shook the world because no one's ever seen that before. But recent events, like we had someone in the, I believe it was the Army that did that recently, Air Force.
Air Force.
Was it the Air Force who did that? We're having a lot of people set themselves on fire to make a statement that, again, like you said, for what? For 5 to 10 minutes of,
Maybe not even 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe like
Dude.
maybe a week, maybe max a week. But still, like you just wasted however many years you are old to make a statement for
And years to
maybe
come.
a week and a half. Yeah, and you could maybe
For what?
change the world in a different way.
And-
but you don't gotta light yourself on
and,
fire.
and just now, like, I'm pretty sure every U.S. citizen that's watching this is sick of the taxpayer money going to different things that happen throughout the world.
Yeah.
And-
Let's-
But
let's-
I just want to end it on this. Don't light yourself on fire because it's
Yeah.
not going to. It's
Yeah.
it's not gonna. It's not doing it.
because I saw a post
It's not doing it.
of someone like saying like, oh, this is a true war hero XYZ. This might sound bad. Do I remember his name? No, I don't.
There's
And,
better
like,
ways to
that-
do it.
that's-
Better
yes,
ways to do
there- There's better ways to do it. There's a whole lot better options out there. But let's get off freaking politics. I hate politics. I suck at politics. I know nothing about politics.
I suck at politics, dude.
Dude, like, where's that political debates? So let's see.
I got a conspiracy we can talk about since we're kind of going down a
Oh,
conspiracy. I want to hear
conspiracies,
I
bro.
want to
Here we
hear
go.
viewers. No, check it out. I
The
want to
most
hear.
not an already dead
Here we go.
podcast without a Luke conspiracy. I love it.
Here we go. This one's not crazy. So here it goes. I want to hear viewers. If you're watching and you're watching us live on Twitch, throw something in the comments. But I'm gonna ask Matty Ice and I'm gonna ask Dr.
Oh.
Carter on what they think really happened. So I can spend a lot of time on this, but I'm gonna try and make it around a 5-minute ordeal. So the Titanic didn't actually sink. I don't believe it. I don't believe that it actually sank.
Are you asking us that
I'm-
the Titanic actually sink?
There's people out there that believe the Titanic, the biggest ship in the world at that time, did not actually sink. But there's people who believe that. Me personally, I believe it sank, but I think there's some strings attached to it. So the tragic
Okay.
accident has been on the topic for many conspiracy theories over the years, including that it was another one of the company's ocean liners, the Olympic, that crashed into the iceberg, not the Titanic. But one sad fact remains: a ship did sink and approximately 1,500 people were killed. So if you go down the rabbit hole, right? So the Titanic was set to take off, right? If you were the A-list celebrities, the Leonardo DiCaprios, the top
Oh my god,
Hollywood.
referring to the freaking-
No. I'm saying if you were the movie actor, if you were the professional athlete, if you were that person of that time, the Elon Musk per se, the richest of the rich,
Okay.
you were supposed to be on that ship. And there's a lot of big names out there that were supposed to be on the ship, like the owner himself, Hershey, right? The guy who's created the candy bar, the chocolate. You know, he
And
was.
Remind me and everyone who's watching, when did the Titanic sink? Or if you say Titanic sink, like what year was that?
I don't remember the actual.
Because I for some reason I'm drawing a blank, and I don't want to throw out some number and then be like, what the fuck? This guy thinks
April
Titanic's-
14th, 1912.
Yeah,
Okay, so I was
1912.
I
So
was gonna say 1914, so I was a little bit
close. You're close. But for example, one person who was supposed to be on it, that was the A-list top richest of the rich, because there was different levels, right? Of
Yeah.
you know, if you're richer, you're on this side of the boat, yada yada.
Okay.
So before this all went down, the actual creator, I don't know his first name, but Hershey himself was supposed to be on the ship And days before it took off, he withdrew his ticket or withdrew for him his spot, right, of going and did not go. And there's a lot of top billionaires or multimillionaires of that time period that did the same thing as well. And the
Okay.
actual owner of the ship who built the ship, who put on this whole we're setting across to do this crazy ordeal, he actually put out a life insurance or an insurance policy on the ship. If anything were to happen, he were to make more money from the ship getting damaged, getting sank in the ocean, right? He stand to make more money for that something bad to happen to his ship than what the actual payers paid to be on the boat to set sail, right? So I do believe the Titanic did sink. I do believe 1,500 plus people have lost their lives.
Mhm.
But I think there was a conspiracy on to make money off of a tragic event. That's why someone like Hershey and the top people didn't
Okay.
last minute, like
Now that
literally.
makes sense. Because you were throwing me off because you were saying the Olympic was the one
Yeah,
that actually sunk.
yeah. People say the Olympic was another huge ship
But then
that
why would they like have this evidence of like Hershey and freaking multimillionaires being having tickets on Titanic? Like I'm just confused about this
that's
conspiracy right now
some
because
people.
like
So because some people are saying the ship cost too much, that they didn't want to sink the Titanic, but instead
Exactly.
replace.
they sunk
They
the
sunk the
Olympic, but they
Olympic.
called it the Titanic.
Correct. Correct.
Gotcha.
And some people are saying that, if you watch the movie, the guy was in the tower and fell asleep and then they hit the iceberg or whatever. They're saying that it was deliberate. They found the iceberg. They saw the iceberg in the distance and they purposely sank the ship. The most important people got on the boats first. The men or the children and women got on.
Yeah.
So there's a huge conspiracy.
So
But it's just a crazy conspiracy.
then where is the Titanic then?
Some people were saying, again, there's different rabbit holes you can choose. If you go the Olympic route, people are saying the Titanic never even existed. They're saying that it was the Olympic, but they called it the Titanic. But then there's people saying, no, the Titanic does exist, but they used a decoy boat as the Titanic. And it's just a weird
then where would the Titanic be now?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's weird.
In the underground tunnels of Antarctica?
It could be. But
There's also because wasn't it? It was J.P. Morgan that financed it, right?
yeah, so there's a
And
couple.
then he was supposed to be on the maiden voyage, and he wasn't on it.
He didn't go. Like it's
All of his competition was on the boat.
exactly. There's another.
All of his
wasn't
boys.
the old lady? Wasn't she alive and she freaking?
There's a lot of
She gave-
survivors.
Yeah, but the famous old lady in the movie, Rose.
So
Freaking
conspiracy on that is
Rose
when it comes
never existed.
to the movie is that wasn't the actual
Oh.
person. But
Okay.
again, there's so many conspiracies involved with the Titanic. Like still to this day, like people are trying to or still go down there to look at the artifacts and
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's footage of it, but
there was
again, you could say it's the Titanic, but it's not
Yeah.
the Titanic. I feel.
and
Okay,
some
okay.
say it's hard to get artifacts from the Titanic. Some say there was over like $12 million worth of gold bars alone that got lost in the shipwreck, which also comes to another insurance claim. Like
Yeah,
it goes deep. It goes deep. So I'm curious to see what your guys' opinions are. Was it the true? Yeah,
The Olympic was retired and sold for scrap in 1935. So you'll never know.
Never know.
Yeah, because you just put names on anything. I could be Luke, and he could be Ryan,
Especially-
and Matty could be freaking
Now,
Bob.
I don't know.
Like,
I always like the Olympic. I always like that conspiracy because it seemed legit. But then that would mean that the Titanic was retired and
sold for scrap or something.
1935. Yeah. Which I'll have to do more research about that because that's like the first time I've ever heard this conspiracy.
Really?
The,
But it's not
the
like you
only,
can
con-
go
the
down
only
there and
cons-
check the VIN number. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
hey,
it's
pull up this
Carfax
guy.
on the
What's
fucking
what's
boat.
yeah,
Hold up, I'll
but
pull up
like
the Carfax right now, dude. Nope, that was the Olympic.
Oh man.
but like the only conspiracy I had was like, could Jack fit on the freaking raft with Rose? And
Right.
like, bro, he could have. So
Was
that's a
that was
huge
that a
thing.
was that a real story though, or was that just for Hollywood? I thought that was
I
just a
feel like
story.
that's just for Hollywood. No one knows
Winning
exactly freaking.
winning a first class ticket from a poker game minutes before you jump on board. Like
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, like that's all Hollywood. There's a lot of Hollywood in that movie, but it is about that Titanic, which was a real thing, real
Real
thing.
thing.
But yeah, I never heard. So I'd have to do more research before like going in because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a person that I see something,
And you believe it?
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it until someone's
Mhm.
like you
Well,
guys start saying something else, and I'm like, oh shit.
there's a lot of things
Maybe
that
this isn't real.
I'll end it on this. There's a lot of things that happen in the United States or even around the world that the government somehow just sells the shit for scraps or the evidence. It just all gets a little
Oh yeah,
blurry towards the end.
yeah.
Like the most
Oh,
important
of course,
wanted person
of
in the
course.
world gets gunned down, but then dumped in the ocean, and no one knows why he got done.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
go on for days, but why? There's a lot of weird
There,
things that happen.
there is so much in this world that we don't know,
We'll never know.
and you'll never know.
But do you think the president knows? Like, you think this fool gets briefed on like, yo?
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh
do
yeah.
you,
You
or
get
do you
the
think,
book of secrets, bro. It's like the national treasure, the book of secrets, bro.
or do you
I'm gonna,
think like,
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
or do you think like, hey, yo, this shit's kind of crazy. We're not gonna tell him because it's so classified. Like, there's gotta
Nah,
be
there's got to
something
be
the
some.
president don't
There's
know,
got to be
right?
some that they don't tell them about,
There's
but
gotta be.
like there's a lot of shit that they do tell you, and then that's also like that can be used as this motherfucker's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can get
yeah.
you to do anything, say anything because you have that knowledge now, and like,
No
oh, you go
Diddy,
out and
bro.
just
No Diddy.
like bro, it was the Olympus. Like
Yeah.
we told you he was crazy. We told you.
Oh,
It's
The Titanic never sank, bro.
but that was my conspiracy I wanted to bring up today.
I need to
Maybe it'll get some people's minds
bathroom.
thinking. But
No, that's always a good one. I like that one a lot.
it's a non-hurtful one, Just
The other conspiracy that you and I were talking about was all that Antarctica stuff, and
it's crazy.
you should check. I don't know if you had a chance to check out the Sean Ryan show, but there's some crazy stuff on there that you should watch.
Crazy.
Like one of my favorite episodes, he's talking to a guy about remote viewing. I don't
Yeah.
know if you know about that.
What's it about, Matty? Tell us.
The remote viewing, like basically, it's all these CIA trained people. They can basically view what's going on anywhere in the world. They can just by meditating, essentially. It's wild. You got to watch the whole thing.
Like
It's a
any
crazy one.
camera that's being used, they can pretty much override that and look.
No, it's all like
No.
apparently it's real. Like I don't know. It sounds crazy. It sounds absolutely crazy, but he goes over like, oh yeah, they tested me like on they give you like here, this is your hint. This is all you have. We need you to find the submarine that the Russians are using to fucking come get us. And they give him a few hours, blah 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 blah, and he knows exactly where the submarine is, how big it is, how many people are on it, what weapons they have,
Like
and he was dead
telepathy.
on right. He was
Like
dead on
telepathy
right.
type thing.
They call it remote viewing, but yeah,
I'm gonna have to look into that.
and they can spy on conversations and all kinds of crazy. Like
Oh, phone tapping.
they can do all kinds. You should look into it.
So
The
what's
guy, like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but it was really interesting. It was really really fun to watch. It was on Sean Ryan's show.
So it's kind of like that movie. I think it's called The Men Who Stare at Goats, who kind of use like their brain to kind of like a Neuralink type situation where you can kind of
Let me see,
again
what was it?
they do say what the humans use 8.25%, or I think it jumped up to 10.25% of their brain. And if we were to unlock 100% of our brain, we would have unlimited ability. Have you guys ever heard of something like
There,
that?
there's theories about that too, that we use a lot more than 10%. But
Right.
it's episode number 79, Sean Webb. So that's just part one. There's a part two to it as well. So if you got time, that's an hour-long episode. Just
I'll have to
watch
look
that.
into that. That sounds
It's really
interesting.
cool.
Can you imagine just in the shower, bro, just minding your own business, just chilling, and someone's just like using their brain at home, just like, oh, this man's in the shower.
Well, you'll have no idea.
Yo,
Oh,
so
we told you
speaking
he
of
uses X. He uses X, so we knew it.
telepathy, whatnot. AI. Did you see the video? I forget what company it is, but it's this robot, and there's a basket, and it has a plate, it has an apple, it has a banana, it has this, it has
Oh,
that,
yeah. Let me see if I can find it for
and
you.
and this dude's like, "Hey, can you please grab me the apple?" And the AI robot's not like, "I will get it for you." No, this robot's like, let me see an apple, and it sounds like a human.
Right.
And he grabs the apple and is like, this is what you want? He's like, thank you. And he's like, okay. Now let's say I used this plate for the apple and it got dirty. Where's the plate and where would you put it? And then it's like the AI is processing everything, and they even use the phrase let me think.
Wow.
Like it's not just like a I will do this, I will seek out and destroy. Like no, it's literally sounds like a human talking to you, and it's grabbing the right things and doing this and doing. I thought it was from Boeing, but it's not, because I tried to look it up, but it's crazy, this technology. And it's just like, bro, this is iRobot.
It's
I'm
iRobot.
watching iRobot because once we start getting into freaking AI, which we already have, we don't even know if it's Drake dissing someone. We don't know if it's Kanye actually singing. We don't know if it's this person actually singing. You can freaking download an app and make yourself rap.
It's crazy.
Like it's which is crazy. AI
Oh,
is moving at a very fast rate.
Rapid.
Am I in it? I'm all here for it, bro. Because guess what? When I was freaking 10 years old and like, oh, what's the future gonna bring? I thought we're gonna have flying cars and freaking robots.
Like the Jetsons.
I got your video if you want to watch it.
Let's watch it.
It's from OpenAI.
So
Open AI.
it's
I'll tell a
it
little.
was crazy.
I'll tell a little AI thing after watching this.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't know if it.
It's
No,
this one.
this-
I've seen it.
No, I don't. Actually, I
Yeah,
don't know.
bro. It's
I
this
have to-
one.
Hey, figure one, what do you see right now?
Oh yeah.
I see a red apple on a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great, can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
Like, what?
So
Great.
creepy.
Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
You should pause it for loot.
On it. So I
Luke ain't
gave you
even
the
watching it
apple
right now.
because it's the only edible
Where did he
item
go?
I could provide
I
you with
have no
from the
idea.
table.
But like with ease too, like a human. Like he's just pushing it, he's picking
Great.
it up.
So, based on the scene right now, where do you think the dishes in front of you go next?
I'm here.
The dishes on the table, like that plate and cup, are
I'm
likely
here.
to go into the drying
I'm
rack
here.
next.
Great, can you put them there?
So for the viewer at home, we are watching a actual life-size robot going through these interactions.
Just listen to how he speaks though. That's the craziest part.
The robot has put the cup and plate in a rack.
All right, so how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well.
The
The apple
stutter.
found its new
Yeah,
owner. The
right?
trash is gone.
It's
and the tableware is
crazy.
right where it belongs.
I agree. Thanks, Figure One.
You're welcome. If there's anything else you need help with, just let me know.
And then the inflection in his voice, dude, just let me know. Like,
Kill all humans. Kill all
it's
humans.
exact. Like that's. Do you think, and we could go down a rabbit hole. Do you think we're building this type of thing, or someone's building this type of thing for us to push out to a certain community first, and then boom, flip a switch, kill all humans, and now we're having a
Yes.
war against this people, against freaking the robots now? Like, obviously,
100%.
So there
that's not going to be
early
in the near future.
early stages of AI, there was 2 AI bots put in a room to learn from one another. One knew one
Yeah.
thing, one bot knew
Okay.
another.
Okay.
And they left these 2 bots in a room. In under 72 hours, the 2 AI robots communicated to each other and built a plan on how to overthrow the entire world. And within 72 hours, they communicated. They started, I want to say hacking, but they started gaining access to different routers worldwide. This wasn't just like US type thing or house to house. They started communicating with other AI platforms throughout the whole world and teamed up and started building a game plan on how to end human civilization and to how to overrun the entire world. And they had to pull the plug on both of those AIs and destroy them. But they left not even 72 hours. They had no idea. The AIs had no idea, and within 72 hours they started communicating, they started talking, they started building a game plan, and they started getting through routers going worldwide, communicating with other AIs that were available on this network of AI bots, and started making a game plan on how to literally end human civilization, but also
Which
can like go. It's wild, dude.
it's wild. It's wild, and it's crazy because the more technology we have, I'm gonna tie this into this Netflix documentary that I watched. It's called The Social Dilemma.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
I don't know if you've ever watched it or whatnot, but like we are controlled, whether you like it or not, by this thing right here.
Right.
Because they even tell you, like, they want you to go on your phone so often that they'll do fake buzzes. They'll fake vibrate so that you have to pull out your phone and be like, oh, did I get a notification? Oh no. And then what 9 times out of 10, if we pull our phone, we swipe up and then we go on freaking social media. We go on freaking anything and we're getting fed information. There's a reason why you talk about something and then you have an ad because it's crazy. It's just crazy that like this is legal. Like they're listening.
Always.
It's not a coincidence when it happens thousands of times when you're talking about something and then you go on social media, Instagram, YouTube, X, whatever, and you see an ad for, hey, I was just talking about vacuums. Hey, great deals on vacuums, low as $99. It's like, what?
It's crazy.
How?
If
Like, it's watch this documentary. I always want to call it a documented I don't even fucking know.
documentary.
Documentary. I always say documentary because that's how a documentary. But
And
like,
what's it called again for the viewers at home?
The Social Dilemma. It is wild.
And that's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's crazy, and now like AI is catching up. Freaking, you have no idea. Even the pictures, like they'll have pictures of like AI and like, oh, is this a real picture of a human being? Like, no, this was all AI created.
Well, that's the thing with like rap nowadays. Like, there's a couple tracks that just recently popped off, and like, oh, that's a AI verse from this person.
Yep.
And it's like, it sounded like, for example, like that Kanye song. Like, oh, was that really Kanye? They were interviewing the rapper, and he's just, yeah, it was. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. But it sounds just like Kanye. Like that is something Kanye would say. That's something Kanye would for sure release. But that's also Kanye would actually do and perform and drop and be like, nah, that shit AI. You know.
Like it's crazy, and like it's just gonna get better and better and better and better. Like there's no slowing down. The world now is limitless, I feel like.
The most frustrating thing is when you're on hold or like you're trying to get to a live person on the phone and you say whatever information it asks for, your number or your name or okay, and then you hear the typing.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, I know you're not actually typing, you're fake. Just put me on someone with
Well,
the
yeah,
real phone.
yeah.
I hate
No,
that.
and guess what? They're gonna ask you the same exact questions
You
once
just
you
gonna-
get on to a
I
live
hate it.
freaking person. They'll be like,
I
okay,
hate it.
so why are you calling? What's your name? I was like, dude, I just spent the last 3.5 hours trying to freaking tell this freaking person slash AI what I'm here for, and now I have to do the same thing.
Yeah, I
Like,
hate it.
but
It's like
but
double
guess what?
confirming yourself.
It saves company money.
But it all started, if it still does it to this day. Confirm how many bicycles. Select the squares of how many bicycles. Select
Oh
the
my
squares of how many
god,
buses, and you miss one
bro!
bus, or it's in
And
like a
going to
half
that,
of it.
yeah, it's like up in the corner, and you see the bus. You're like, do I click it?
How many
Do I not click
stoplights
it?
are in this picture?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
bruh.
That stuff always stresses me out. I'm like, dude, come on. And then like you have to do it again. You're like, God damn it, I missed one, or that wasn't a bus.
I hate it. What's your thoughts on it, Matty?
What's that?
The AI combo we just had for 5 minutes.
No, I thought you said Matty.
Yes.
Oh, what do you need?
Oh man.
Huh? I'm awake, bro. I'm awake.
All right.
What's
No,
our-
you just
Well, I kind of
what's
jumped
your
in
take?
late at the. You started talking about a documentary that I hadn't heard about. I didn't know how you ended up there, so I was just reading something.
It's kind of like it's called The Social Dilemma, and it's
on
about how
Netflix.
we are tied. It's about technology, and we're tied to whoa.
Dang,
What is that?
It's the infrared scanner for the Face ID.
Um,
Crazy that it like did that. Oh
yeah,
shit!
that's weird.
What? Why not doing it, bro?
But like how phones are meant to sometimes, I know everyone's experienced this when you feel like you got a buzz in your pocket and you pull it out and there's nothing.
Oh, the Phantom Buzz. Yeah.
And then like 9 times out of 10 you freaking scroll up to unlock your phone, and then you start scrolling on social media, you start doing this, you start doing that, and it's like that. It is crazy.
I'll have to check it out.
Documentary, like it's wild, and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, and then like I was talking about Luke, like you talk about like, oh, freaking vacuum cleaner, I need to get a new vacuum cleaner. And then the next time you scroll on social media or you're watching a YouTube and an ad pops up, boom, hey, Dyson, $600 off the newest vacuum cleaner, blah blah. And you're like, how the heck did they know that?
Now
I remember that happening to me early too. I remember early times of
Yes.
that happening.
Yeah, so it's just, and it's getting more and more, and like we don't
And
know what
I just thought I was
technology is.
crazy. I was
Yeah,
just like,
we don't know what's in this phone.
Well, think
like,
about it.
it's so
Every
weird.
time you download something or you are trying to start a new app, it's like, oh, read all the terms and services.
Yeah,
Ask the app to
allow to
track.
track.
Yeah,
Yep.
or
Yep.
ask.
Yeah,
And even
don't
video
accept
games,
them
freaking
cookies.
Sony and hitting people with the freaking with like we're listening to your freaking voice chats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Call of Duty is doing that.
so it's just like
Big time doing that.
you are we alone when you think you're alone?
But then again, like,
Well, the weirdest thing about the Call of Duty thing too is like, oh, they want to end like, oh, they make the excuse if we want to get rid of racism and hate speech and stuff. But I'll just be straight up talking shit to somebody and I'll get banned. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, this game is
Yeah. It
rated
brings out the
M for
worst in you.
mature,
Yeah.
and it's a game.
Yeah.
but you
Now, if
know,
you start saying some off the wall shit, then that's when like, okay, let's
Well, at the end of the day, me and the other dude were both talking shit.
No, but like if you are
It's
talking about like, oh, I'm gonna go to your house and freaking find your
oh,
this,
yeah,
and
okay, yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
kill you, or I'm gonna freaking do X, Y, and Z. Okay, that's when. But like if you're bantering back and forth, like
We're just talking shit.
that is
Part of the game.
But if you
the
think about
core
it,
of Call of Duty.
It's
that's
part of the game, bro.
It's art. Get in your opponent's head.
but that's the thing. Like, who's listening to that? There's not enough staff to listen to every single report, so it's AI based. AI hears
It's
a
round
word that
11.
triggers a suspension or a ban. Boom! Like, there's no judge jury. Like, the AI
Oh, for
is the
sure.
judge jury,
It's for sure AI.
and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
handing the verdict.
But it's round 11, bro. You don't know what I might say.
That's when the real
Yo.
Matty Ice comes out. He
The
Yo,
gloves are off, homie. The gloves are off.
and like,
This is it.
bro, if anyone
There's
has
no, there's
ever
no, there's no
experienced
ties.
Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2 lobby, and maybe even before that, but I got really into Modern Warfare 2. Like those, I would probably be in jail right now. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like it's
They're gonna bring up your old chat logs, bro. You're cooked.
You guys see those memes
I don't-
on Instagram? It's like Judge hearing your Black Ops 2 voice chats.
Oh,
or
yeah,
Modern Warfare
yeah.
2 voice chats. It's just like,
Yeah.
Oh, you're at the pearly gates, and God shows you your Black Ops 2 emblem.
I just saw one. It was funny because it was like, hey, like we should stream our party chat, blah 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 blah, and then like in the background you see the police sirens going off, and it's like after after the first stream. It's just because like, bro, we're all guilty of doing it, like saying stupid shit, freaking getting heated, all this kind of
Heat
stuff.
of the
But
moment.
at the end of the day, you're just trying to get in your opponent's head. You're just trying to freaking make them talk shit, and like you're with your boys, you think you're invincible, you want to say some stupid ass shit to make the boys laugh. And dude, I was literally just watching one of my favorite streamers on freaking Destiny. And I came in at the wrong moment because these two guys were going back and forth. But not even the dude that I was watching. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And even it does shit is said. And it's just like, whoa, you went a little bit too far, bro. Like it's at the end of the day, it is just a game. Like it is just a game. And like you can't take that shit serious. Like especially Destiny, like you ain't going pro for nothing. You get paid like $2. Like this is not a competitive game. But like people are passionate about what they do,
Right.
and sometimes you say a little bit more than you should. You're around a certain group of friends. You're trying to get, especially on Twitch, you're trying to get your viewers to get on your side, and but like sometimes at the end of the day, you're gonna make yourself look stupid.
Yeah. No, from personal experience, when I streamed Call of Duty, people
Oh.
loved when the toxicity came out. When I'm a little couple white claws deep and I'm throwing my chair and blowing my back out. Pause. But
Hey, yo.
there was a time where I'm triple digits of viewers because people want to see you act your not normal self, and
Yeah.
when you stop and you look back and you be a normal person, people don't find that. Oh, he's not throwing his chair, he's not yelling, he's not screaming at 2 a.m. This guy's boring. So
Yeah. You
some-
put on especially in the Twitch world, you put on a facade.
yeah,
You put on
the
this
show.
persona that's not you. And sometimes it works. And it's just like, okay, because people at the end of the day, it's an entertaining platform,
Right.
entertainment platform. And if you're not good at the game, you better damn well be good at entertaining.
Right.
Because no one wants to see someone suck ass and dry as hell.
So have you guys seen this new craze, which kind of brings us into shout out to Sub-Zero Goodies. Use code ADP24 to get 10% off for your freeze dried candy fix. But there's this new craze going around. It is the sugar dipped fruit. These people are taking fresh fruit and they're dipping it in sugar, and they're mixing it with Pop Rocks, Airheads, all these different types of candies, and it looks glass. Like once the candy dries or the sugar dries, it looks like glass, and it clicks, and when you tap the grapes together, and So
I've
there's
never
a new
seen that.
craze. Yeah,
I'm
new craze going around right
like
now.
it just for the aesthetics, or is it
It's
because it's
aesthetics,
super good?
but taste as well. I've never tried it. No one in my area does
I
it.
mean, it's covered in sugar, so
Well,
Yeah,
if it's not good, that'd be
I'm sure it
kind of
tastes good.
concerning.
but that's a new craze for the food industry right now that's going around. Is this sugar dipped
The sugar dip.
fruit? But
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
Maddie, what you got? What you got to the table right now?
Oh man, you know, I'm just heartbroken because my Kings lost, bro. That's the main thing. That that end of the 76ers game was absolutely wild.
That's
I'll look it
crazy.
down.
You should watch. You should watch the last 30 seconds of that game. That was absolutely insane. Let's see.
If
The
you don't,
Lakers. The Lakers are up right now too at half, 59-54 versus the
well,
Nuggets.
we were up freaking 60-57 at half, and then
Ah,
ended up
yeah,
losing by
yeah.
like 9. So it's
We'll see.
Habs can definitely, and basketball, the most prevalent is a game of runs. So
Oh
you could
yeah.
be up freaking you've heard the freaking 21-point deficit
Crazy.
erased in the first fourth quarter. Like it's so you never really know in basketball because like
No,
you
you
go on
don't.
like a 9-0 run in 2 minutes.
Oh, easily.
So like well we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they pull out. Like I again I'm not like a diehard Lakers fan like I used to be. Back when D Fish, Robert Ory, freaking Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox, freaking even Paul Gasol, that was later down the road, but like
Hmm.
that's when I watched freaking basketball. And I didn't
That's when you really like the Lakers. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I watched them growing up because my dad was a Laker
Whatever, bro.
fan.
Your dad can run my
Bro,
fade too, bro.
my dad was a Laker fan and then he was a Raider fan. And guess what?
Oh wait, your dad's a
I'm
Raider fan? Nah,
I'm
nah, I don't
s-
want that. I don't want the smoke no more, bro.
I'm still a Laker and a Raider fan. Like that, we didn't watch baseball, we didn't watch soccer, we didn't watch freaking hockey. Like
You didn't watch baseball at all?
no, because
Hmm.
guess what? My dad told me he I think he played baseball for a little bit, but he never like hey let's go throw a freaking
The Sandlot playing.
yeah like baseball around. No, it's always football. It was always hey
Yeah.
let's go throw the pigskin around. So I never grew up on baseball. I never grew up playing baseball. Am I still good? Fuck yeah, I am. But I'm good at everything, baby. So I'll just throw that out there, guys. If you ever want to 1v1 me on anything,
Destiny
like,
lost $5 yesterday. It's crazy. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
because of the over under, you dumb bitch. But
Damn.
but yeah, so it was basketball and football. And then I did play I was on a traveling soccer team for like 4 years. Um
Playing soccer is fun. I cannot stand
oh,
watching soccer, bro.
dude,
I
soccer
like
like
playing it.
the
I
cardio
never
though
can
is
watch it.
crazy in that game. The cardio game is crazy in that game. If you are not like in good shape, soccer's gonna make you in good shape.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's awesome. But yeah, football, basketball, Lakers, Raiders,
Give me
um,
1 second. I'll be right back.
and like the Raiders. Obviously, since I've been alive, I've seen them go to one Super Bowl, and it was in 2002 when they got destroyed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wasn't John Madden the coach at the time?
John Gruden. Close.
John Gruden.
John Gruden. He was the coach for the Raiders and then switched over to the Tampa Bay Bucks, and then we got destroyed in the Super Bowl by John Gruden and the Tampa Bay Bucks.
John Madden though did take the Raiders to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. John, yeah. But that was I wasn't alive back then, bro. Come on now. I ain't that old. What you mean, bro?
Now my dad has his sister, I believe, is the one who took the picture, but my dad has a photo of Dick Buckus flipping off the camera. The
Hey,
at
that's
actual
dope.
game. It's pretty sick.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
That's dope. But yeah, so I ain't no bandwagon. Like I didn't like the Lakers just because they were winning all these freaking NBA finals and all that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
when they three-peated, I was like 10, 11 years old.
Mm.
Like so It's not that I'm a bandwagon. I will. Everyone knows that I'm not a bandwagon, like especially because I'm a Raiders fan. If I was a bandwagon, I'd switch over to fucking Chiefs. But guess what? I got something for them.
I I said it before the season even started that the Chiefs were not going to the Super Bowl. I even said
Oh yeah, we both
I
said
think
it, bro. We not even to the playoffs.
I think I even said if they did make it to the playoffs, they would get eliminated round
in
one.
the first round. Yep.
And here
Yep.
we go.
I'd said the same exact thing. Me and you had this discussion. Like it's crazy, and now they're on. They could three-peat for the first time in NFL history,
That would be crazy.
which viewers, money, like this time of freaking society, like hey, let's freaking let's get these viewers up, especially with freaking Taylor Swift. Like, and I'm gonna go on this little conspiracy rant right now.
Okay, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm listening. Frankie.
Chiefs weren't doing so hot in the beginning of the season. They started making their push, right? Like they always do. And then all of a sudden, freaking Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey get caught, catches wind. And people are like, what? Huh? So then they start seeing that Swifties are watching football and they're seeing that their views are going
Which they
skyrocketing,
need,
right?
which they needed from.
So they're like, hey, that's money right there. That's money right there. Let's get them past the first round. Let's get them past the second round. Oh shoot. We could make a lot of money if Taylor Swift makes the Super Bowl and all these fans are watching because let's just say viewers times money, like it's probably like times 3 the amount of money that they're making from like a regular season game to the Super Bowl when people are views, right?
Where you
So
going,
it's
dude?
just like okay, let's keep this going. When have you heard about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey?
Since the game,
After this, since the game.
never.
But you still
Well,
hear
hey,
about
well,
you still hear about Travis Kelsey getting his diploma, chugging a beer. You
Lu-
don't hear about T Swift. You hear about her new album. You hear about Drake dissing freaking Kendrick Lamar about something about Taylor Swift. You're not gonna XYZ because of Taylor Swift. Like but you don't hear nothing about freaking.
I mean, I see things about them, but to
I know.
to make your to like kind of agree with your point is I mean, that's we heard all about them because we were watching football, and that's what we do. We watch football.
Yep.
So that was something for them to talk about. But now football's not on, so they don't have a reason to
Yeah,
talk about
and
those two
I get
together
that,
anymore.
and I get
And
that.
they had to talk about Taylor Swift because they had a whole another fan. They
Another
had
fan base.
all these fans coming in. They
Yep.
had to talk to
Yep.
They had to keep them
But
engaged.
that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say Taylor Swift and freaking Travis Kelsey wasn't a thing. You think the Chiefs would make it to the Super Bowl?
Emily says they're still everywhere at Coachella and shit.
Honestly, I haven't.
I don't know. That's what's crazy about the script, though. Bro. That's what's crazy about the script.
Dude, because like it's not just one person thinking there's a script. We all think there's a script.
Oh,
We all-
hey,
and even who is it? Off of the Key and Peele,
there
freaking
you
he at the ESPYs or something went on a rant about the freaking NFL script. Like it's not just the average viewer.
So you're saying NFL's rigged 110%. No, if
NFL is rigged.
The viewers,
99%.
The viewers at home, Frankie.
It's the birthday boy.
It's Frankie's birthday.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm biased if it was the freaking Eagles or freaking Detroit Lions. So not even Detroit Lions because they were up and coming 0-16 team. Fucking Dan Campbell G. They finally found their rhythm. Maybe that could have been a conspiracy theory as well. But let's say some random team, the Cincinnati Bengals, or maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers winning the Super Bowl. None of us would think that was conspiracy,
Right?
because it's just but like because they weren't in the spotlight.
That is
freaking the only spotlight they were in was from their ex NFL players, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I still see stuff.
And Antonio, speaking of Antonio Brown,
Here we go.
he made
Here
a
we go.
he made a rumor, and I was scrolling through Instagram. He made a rumor that Justin Herbert, the Chargers quarterback,
I didn't think you were gonna go there, but continue.
no, it's about football, brother. Get your mind out of the gutter. That he was in a very good place to be traded to the Vikings, and I was like, wait, what? And then like I googled like Justin Herbert Vikings, and then sure enough, freaking Antonio Brown's name popped up and was like elaborate plan that Antonio Brown spreaded this rumor about freaking Justin Herbert going to the freaking Vikings.
Well, I heard that he was getting talks to from the Colts. That Justin Herbert's talking to the Colts right now, and that the
Why are you smiling when you saying that?
because that's crazy. Like Colts need a quarterback, I feel like, and like what better person? He wasn't really
Well-
performing that well on the Chargers this last.
Well, no,
season.
Anthony Richardson's he got hurt, so that's why Gardner Minshew freaking took over for the Colts quarterback. But Anthony Richardson is a rookie, so I don't think the Colts need no quarterback. Vikings do because they just got rid of Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh shit, no freaking way. But then I realized, like, dude, Justin Herbert is a stud of a quarterback, and now Jim Harbaugh's coming in to coach the freaking Chargers. I was like, dude, there's no way that happened. And I was like, shoot. But crazy freaking quarterback trade. Zach Wilson to the Denver Broncos.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
Does anyone know?
Zach Wilson to the so they have the worst quarterback room right now. They have Jared Stidham, who was the backup for the Raiders.
Didn't
Now they have
the
Zach Wilson and Ben DiNucci.
didn't the USC quarterback sign to someone?
No, not yet. The
yet.
draft's on Thursday, so you'll see. I guarantee you, there's going to be 5 or 6 quarterbacks, which was one of my topics I wanted to bring up. There's going to NFL draft, bro. I cannot wait. I cannot wait just because there's so much hype, especially Caleb Williams running his mouth saying, "Hey, if I'm going to get signed, I want to be part owner of this team." It's like,
Crazy.
boy, you are a nobody right now. But there you have freaking Caleb Williams, you have Jaden Daniels, you have freaking uh Marcus Penix, you have JJ McCarthy, you have Drake May, you have Bo Nix, you have so many studs of quarterbacks, and this could be since I forgot what year it was that multiple like 5 or 6 quarterbacks get drafted in the first round.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams are hurting for a quarterback.
Because Chicago Bears just got rid of Justin Fields. They're going to need a quarterback. Freaking Washington Commanders, they need a quarterback. Danny Dimes from the freaking Patriots. They don't want him no more. Patriots need a quarterback. Freaking Raiders need a quarterback. But they're in the 13th. They're 13th pick.
Yeah.
So like 1, 2, and 3 could all be quarterbacks.
That could be it.
Which I don't know if you guys follow football that much or the draft and what's going on, but like
Not really.
for the longest time, it was supposed to be Caleb Williams number 1. Caleb Williams number 1 to the Chicago Bears. And now Jaden Daniels, the LSU quarterback, his stocks rose after his freaking pro day. And so it's just like now we don't know who's gonna be drafted. JJ McCarthy, after freaking Jim Harbaugh said this is the best quarterback that I've ever coached, all this kind of stuff. He showed out on his freaking pro day. Now JJ McCarthy might be in the freaking top 10. So I'm super excited to see what is going on.
If you guys are not following the Already Dead podcast, hit the follow button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe.
That follow is gonna be in the bottom right.
Luke, you
It's
cut
gonna
out there.
Say follow.
If you're following,
You're talking about YouTube?
Yeah, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, hit the subscribe button.
Oh, like and subscribe, please.
Like and subscribe.
Please.
Yes.
But
hit that follow. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Caleb Williams does in the
In his rookie
NFL career.
I'm excited to see how all these quarterbacks do their rookie year. Because look at CJ Stroud. That man was a friggin' beast.
I'm curious to see what Manning does in the college.
Yeah, speaking of Manning, he just played a spring game, threw 3 touchdowns.
Whew.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know, but you just hear Manning, you're like, oh shoot,
Yeah, here
Peyton
we
Manning,
go.
Eli Manning, like this kid's gotta be freaking good.
Gotta be. You would think with the uncle and the dad of being professionals that you have top tier coaching, top tier, not even coaching just from the personal experience, from the family, your dad and your uncle teaching you, not let alone the coaching and the facilities.
Yeah.
You already know.
But that could work against you though too, because like your dad's saying one thing, your coach is saying the other thing. Who do you listen to?
Well, look at the
You
Sanders.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you have one on defense, one on offense, and the dad's the head coach. Like, are you listening to the defensive coordinator, or are you looking at the head coach going, yo, dad, what am I
doing? Right. And speaking of freaking Colorado, one of the former 5-star cornerbacks was like, bro, I don't want to play for Colorado no more. Like, I don't want to play. His quote was, I don't want to play for the clicks. Meaning
so
views,
meaning
the views, and meaning like, oh, it's Deion Sanders. Everyone's gonna watch. Like, he's like, no, I want to play for someone that I'm gonna excel with. That I'm gonna freaking actually put my whole hard effort into. I was like, hey, good for you though. Good for you. So he entered the transfer portal.
He wants to make his own name for himself, not just he made a name off of being scouted from someone watching the Sanders.
Exactly. And it's just like, dude, that'd be so. How cool would it be to play in front of tens of thousands of people just in the stand? Like, college ball, completely different from freaking NFL ball. You are like, that's like 25 to upwards of 60,000 people watching, and that's not even counting the viewers at home. Like,
the big games.
That would be such a great feeling to walk out on the freaking stage and just looking up and just hearing people freaking chant for you. That would be freaking cool. That would be cool. Is that ever gonna happen? Maybe.
We too old, baby. We too old.
Maybe I'll be a walk-on for someone.
It's like that meme. I saw this meme the other day. It was like, damn, what? I'll have to look it up to tell you the exact joke, but it was like, yeah, my homie just came up to me and he said he's thinking about, a career change. And he's 30 years old. I said, oh, okay. Like, what are you trying to do, bro? He said, this motherfucker's trying to play wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, that was great. That's great.
Like Jake Paul, man. He said he was a YouTuber turned boxer, to now he's gonna be the Cleveland Browns wide receiver. Like, you're never too old to make something happen. It's like,
but stop it. If you can perform, you can perform.
Yeah, you're top tier athlete.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine playing a game in the Rose Bowl, bro.
Dude, I still freaking, when USC and Texas played, and freaking Vince Young was a quarterback, bro. I'm a huge USC fan, and Vince Young it went into like double overtime, bro, and obviously the Texas won, and I was just like, dude, that's when Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, freaking all those studs were playing. Matt Leinart, not so much. I feel like Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush still had a good career afterwards, but Matt Leinart didn't really perform at all.
The thing about the Rose Bowl too is like it's all one. There's no levels to it, so it's all one. Like, it would just. I feel like that would be way crazier.
I know.
Seeing a sea of people, bro.
Right.
Oh my god!
And
I'd get nervous. I wouldn't lie. I would get nervous, bro.
College fans are way crazier than NFL fans, So you got people.
You ever been to a Raider game?
Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever been to the black hole, brother? For that, let me tell you about that experience. My dad took me to my first Raider game, and we were in the black hole. And if people who don't know what the black hole is, it's the field goal post behind whatever side. I forget in the Oakland Coliseum what side it was on, but the black hole is where you see all like the mascot, like you see people dressed up this, that, the other thing. Like it's crazy. And I was probably maybe like 12 years old, right? I'm still trying to figure out like what's going on. I don't hear a lot of cuss words. I don't hear this. I don't hear that. And we're watching, and I'm just hearing, fuck you, Red, fuck this, fuck that. And I'm like looking at my dad, and I'm like terrified. He's like, buddy, it's okay. They're on our side.
They're with us.
And I'm like, oh, thank the Lord. Like, but that is an experience, and you will never get that experience again.
Yeah,
Because they're not in the Oakland Coliseum.
I
Like, and
watching a game like that would be pretty crazy to be a part of.
it's cool. It's even when I went, my sisters took me to when Tim Tebow played for the freaking Denver Broncos. We got the nosebleed seats. We bought 3 oxygen cylinders. We got the face mask. We're so high up in the altitude, we can't breathe. But like this guy had a Tim Tebow jersey on. They beat us that game, but like he stood up and again I could see everything. He stood up and was like he did like one of these things. I feared for that man's life. I was older at the time, so I knew what was going on. People were booing, throwing shit at him, flipping him off. Fuck you. And I was like, dude, you any other stadium, go ahead. Wear a different jersey. I highly recommend when you're in a Raider. Well, I've never been to a Vegas game yet. But when you were in the Oakland Coliseum, even if it was your team that we're playing against, you wear a Raiders jersey or you wear something black because like you just want to blend in.
Right.
You just want to blend in. Like it was
radar.
the atmosphere was crazy, especially being a Raiders fan. It was awesome. It was probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. That next to my children being born.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, Luke. They got a black hole for the Seahawks too, right? It's the rotisserie or what?
they got the number 12. They got the
Oh,
12.
12 man.
12th
That's what
man.
man.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a
That shit ain't
rotisserie.
no 12 man, bro.
12th man, you know.
The 11th and a half.
Hey,
man,
the
bro.
Kings are the 6 man though.
No, my
Six
God. Light
gods.
the beam. Light the beam.
Hey,
Six
that was
gods.
way before the light the beam thing, bro. Way before that.
Light the beam. We're the
We
Kings.
broke with the loudest fans in the NBA record.
That's crazy. The only NFL
I don't think
game
we hold it anymore though.
yeah, the only NFL game I've been a part of was the Niner versus Dolphin games because my mom's a huge diehard Niner fan and my dad's a Dolphins fan. And I just remember when we got there, we parked like a mile away to get to we parked, but this guy, I'll never forget it. We were younger. He door dinged our truck and was kind of rude about it. And you know how my dad is like, oh, you ain't going to say nothing? Like, that's crazy. The dude's like, whatever. So he leaves, right? And so my dad walks to the other side of the truck to see the damage or whatever. And there was like an MP3 player. You know those little triangle MP3 players? You know, we swooped that thing up. And on the ride home, again, we actually left. I think it was third quarter. Niners were winning. And, dude, like, you go to the game for NFL and, like, every 2 seconds, everyone's just standing around because there's either a commercial break or a timeout. So it's not as fun watching it as if you're watching it on TV when you go to an NFL game. And we left like third quarter on the way home. That's how we discovered Linkin Park. This dude on the MP3 player had nothing but Linkin Park. And this is before Linkin Park was huge and famous. And we're like, man, this is a crazy band. And that's how we heard of Linkin Park is off of this dude who door dinged our car. We got the MP3. Linkin Park.
I am so glad that you brought up Linkin Park because guess who their new lead singer is going to be?
Is it the dude from Slipknot, Corey Taylor?
It's a girl.
That'd be my guess, but
It's a girl.
Who is it?
Do you know the band? I've sent you songs before. She was the lead singer for Stand Atlantic, and I've sent you songs before.
I'm sure
From
I've
her.
heard,
But she does the cover of I'm a day to be
Your
that
mic wasn't
song.
picking you up
Yeah, your
singing.
mic wasn't.
I'm
Just
bleeding
say it.
now, digging deeper just to throw it away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, oh, Linkin Park song.
I'm glad
She
the mic
doesn't.
cut out right there. I'm sorry, everyone listening.
She doesn't like. She sings that, bro. She killed it. She straight up killed it.
So, Linkin Park, they're not stopping. They're revamping themselves. Is what you're saying.
They're gonna revamp themselves. And the girl from like, look up San Atlantic. One of them, I think, is uh, I know this song. I don't know what this Sidewinder's a good one from them. I think it's like Bury Me or Blurry Me or something like that. This it's the girl that I sent. I told you to listen to the song, and I was like, "Hey, then watch the music video because it didn't sound like a girl.
Hmm.
It was way back in the day,
I
but like,
wonder. I wonder what the fans think about it.
so I guess a lot of people are
Mixed.
hating on him because like, hey, this is a girl. This is not Chester. Blah blah blah. But like, the true Linkin Park fans are like, bro, Chester would have loved this girl. Like we stand for it. This is a new day and age Linkin Park. They're revamping, like you said. So I wanna freaking pull it up.
Well, to the viewers at home, a lot of bands do this, especially when someone in the band either quits or passes away. But everyone's got to go through a change. Like if you look at Eskimo Callboy, which is like a German screamo electric disco type band, they revamped themselves to just steering away from the screamo side of things, and they changed their name to Electric Callboy. So now they kind of make different music based on what the fans are wanting. So some people think, hey, that's a sellout move, but to be ordered to grow, you kind of have to change with the times.
All right, let me share my screen.
Now, is this like audio?
No, it's you see, just like that. That's gonna be the new lead singer of Linkin Park. There we go. But which is crazy. I was just scrolling through TikTok and I was like, oh, and then I saw that and I was like, oh, this is good because I stand Stan Atlantic, they're a freaking good band, and I did not know that it was a girl that was singing it for the longest time. And then I'm a huge person. Like if I like a song, I'm gonna see if there's a music video to it because it just makes it just for me. It just makes it a little bit better. And sure enough, there's a music video, and I saw it. And I was like, yeah, it's a girl, and I got nothing on girls. Like, yo, if
I
you can
like the way she
sing,
sounds.
yeah, like it's and so look up some of this. I'll tell you one of my favorite. And it's called Blurry.
Blurry,
Blurry. And then the Sidewinder EP, all of the songs I like.
Sidewinder, Blurry.
The Sidewinder is the album,
Oh, who
and then the
sings Blurry?
song this it's all by Stan Atlantic.
Stan Atlantic.
S
Stand
T
Atlantic. Got
A
it, got
N
it.
D. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I'm just gonna
So
listen to it real quick.
the the Pink Elephant is with Blurry. That's the Pink Elephant's the album. Blurry's the song, and then the whole Sidewinder EP by Stand Atlantic is freaking a banger. It's a straight banger.
This is the same girl?
Yep, yep. It's not bad. Like I was like, yo, this is actually pretty freaking good.
No, yeah, I like her voice.
Yeah, her voice is super good.
I used to not like female singing voices. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was listening to the wrong music. But like once
Yeah,
I
I
found some girls that I liked, I was like, Jesus
right.
Christ, I was missing
I
out
think
on a
the
lot of
only
shit.
girl that I liked was Avril Lavigne and Evanescence for the
Yeah.
longest time. But it's
You know, I
just
think it just has to go. It just goes back to like when we were kids, it was Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. Like I
yeah,
didn't give a
right,
fuck about them. I
right,
didn't like the way they
right.
sounded at
Oh,
all.
I grew up with two sisters, so I had to give a fuck about them, bro, because that's all I listened to.
What's up, Skylar?
We got a special guest on the pod. Say hi. Being all shy.
Skylar.
Is that Uncle Ryan and Matty Eyes?
Benny too.
Man, you just bringing everyone in, huh, bro?
Alright, then we got Benny on the pod.
Where's Booski?
I have no idea. It's probably downstairs.
Hey, so I'm going to a wedding on May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
Exactly, it's my sister's wedding. And I went to Men's Warehouse because I didn't have to deal with it with friggin' with
Yeah,
Luke's wedding
dude,
because
bro.
I wore my blues, but I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, to be honest.
No, I
And
had
like
no idea either when I got there.
and I walk in and okay, first off, Men's Warehouse, not what I was expecting.
2 seconds.
They were like selling like shirts, they were selling
Yeah,
like
they sell
it was
really
like
nice casual clothes,
yeah, yeah. And I thought it
and
was
they sell
just straight
suits.
tuxedos and suits and all this kind of stuff. Never been in a Men's Warehouse before in my life. So I get in there and they're already helping a couple people out. So I'm just like looking around. I'm like, oh, these are kind of nice clothes. Like, okay. And then finally she's like, hey, how can I help you? I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, hopefully I'm not too late. Because I just went like on Friday and the wedding's on May 4th. So it was like 3 weeks. I was like, I need this by May 4th. Hopefully a little bit earlier because that's when I'm leaving. But and then she starts asking me questions, and I show her what I want, what color, all this kind of stuff. And then she's like, "Oh, what color cufflinks? Oh, we don't have this. Oh, we don't. What kind of? Do you want the tan undershirt? Do you want the white undershirt? Do you want this? Do you want that?" I was like, dude, I don't. You were asking the wrong person, bro. That's why you never leave your youngest brother to freaking go and get a suit for the wedding,
So,
right?
are you in the wedding? Are you
Yeah,
in the wedding?
I'm a bridesman, bro. I'm gonna be standing with the girls because that's my sister. And Nico's already had all his groomsmen, so I'm a bridesman, which is dope as fuck. You know what I'm
My
saying?
dad was a maid of honor, bro.
Hey, let's
He
go.
was
So
he's
like,
standing up there in his blue tux.
and I was like, Amanda, I'll fucking wear a dress, bro. I'll fucking wear a dress if you want me to, and I'll stand with the fucking girls. And then I was like, I'm not trying to sound like, oh, it's all about me, but like all eyes would kind of be on me since I'm a dude in a dress. They'd be like, "What the fuck?" So I was like, I don't want to like pull away from you. This is your day type deal. If you want me to be in a dress, I will. If you don't, I'll fucking I'll cover up and I'll be a dude. But so I was trying on the out like the freaking whatever you want to call it, like the one that everyone tries on and everything.
They
And
start measuring you in it.
yeah, and I walk out. I'm like, yo, I look good in this. Like, I want to start buying like some of these freaking suits. Like, suits are kind of classy, bro. They're kind of classy. Obviously, you don't wear them everywhere and like, oh, I'm gonna go out to dinner. Let me wear a fucking
It
suit type
wasn't that
deal.
long ago that bro. That was what we did. Wear a
It's-
3P, bro. You leave the house, you're wearing a
right?
suit, man.
Right, and it's not even a suit. I don't have like the vest. I didn't have the vest. I didn't have, but like just slacks and a jacket and a white undershirt. You look classy, bro. You look classy.
Let's bring back the 3-piece look.
Ryan is all. I guess I'll be a guy. Okay, okay. But
I
yeah,
mean, I guess.
so you know, I
No,
I'm gonna support my sister. Whatever she wants me to be in, I'll be in whatever. Like if
she
she
should
asks me
have.
to wear a speedo with a freaking bow tie. Guess what? I'm wearing a speedo with a bow
She
tie,
don't
but I'm
want that.
stuffing my fucking shit.
She don't
I'm
She should
putting
have just sent you
I'm
with
putting
like,
three. No, she did. She did. She
oh,
sent
with
me
some colors.
what color
Okay.
was the dresses, what she wanted me to be in, all this kind of stuff. So I showed the people there, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well," and then they gave me options. That was the worst part. She was like, "Well, is it more like this color? Is it more like this color? Do you want this? Do you want this?" And I was like, "Please." So I had a I tried to FaceTime my sister's getting married. She didn't answer. So then I FaceTimed Jessica. Luckily, she answered. I was like, "Hey, like, here's the suit color. Here's this." Like, because I'm someone that needs to be told, like, "Hey, this is what you're getting," especially for a wedding.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make sure that I'm doing something that they want, you know. Um, but luckily, dude, that shit. I thought that this the suits were gonna be like $500 $600 to rent. It's like $200
Not
$206.
bad.
I thought it was gonna be like $30 to rent. Then they tell me, oh yeah, we need $300. Oh, bro,
Oh, see, you
I
came in
almost
with
jumped over the
freaking
counter.
low
I'm
expectations,
like,
bro.
I'm renting it. I am
You came in with
renting.
Right.
you came in
How
with
much
low
is it? How much is it if I
expectations.
just buy it, bro? And he's like, oh,
Yeah, $100 more, you
$100
just buy it.
exactly $100 more. I was like, dude, I might just buy. Can I like buy it after I rent it? Type deal? If I like the way I look at it, can I just rent it or buy it afterwards? Because like, I don't have a suit
well,
because
that was the one good thing about for Luke's wedding. I mean, at least all the colors and shit were
yeah,
picked out. But my local men's warehouse it's basically all children in there. They're all probably the oldest one in there was probably 22, 24 years
yeah,
old.
yeah.
And I like go back there. I'm like, yeah, I'm here to get fitted. He goes, oh, okay, and like he's all like not enthusiastic about it. I'm just like, bro, what the yeah, man. What's the party? I like tell him. Oh, okay. Yeah, here, just go try all this on and like let me know what you think. I'm like, okay, come
What?
out. And then they like measure your shoulders and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
the worst part was when I came back to pick it up because like I try it all on before I walked out, make sure everything fit, and it was like thank God everything fit because
Yeah.
nobody was like paying attention. No
Right.
one was asking me. Like I couldn't even find anybody. I just grabbed the shit and walked out basically.
Yeah. Speaking of going to pick it up, she was like, "Hey, just let you know, come early because it's prom, and everyone's gonna be
Oh
fucking
man.
picking their shit up." I'm like, "Dude, there's no way. I got work. I got work. I gotta come after work." I was like, "What time do you guys close?" She's like, 9. I'm like, "Dude, I'll be here at like 8:45."
Yeah, that's
I'm
when I picked mine up hella late.
I am not about to freaking get this prom freaking rush. Um, but as I was walking out, she's like, "Uh-oh." I'm like, "No, don't say uh-oh. Don't say, oh, what's going on? What's going on?" She's like, because I wanted the slim pants and then also the pants that kind of ride up a little bit high so I can show
The
my
high water.
ankles. Yeah, just because like I got like fucking juicy ass ankles, you know what I'm saying? But uh so I'm like a 34, right? She's like, "Uh-oh." I'm like, "No, please tell me like everything's going smooth." She's like, "Well, the pants that you want, like, they don't have your size. We can go up a size, or you could get the slim fits, or like the ones that are a little bit longer." And I was like, just bump me up a size, baby. Just bump me up a size. Maybe
Yeah, I
I'll.
got a belt.
And maybe, yeah, exactly. She's like, "Well, they do cinch down and all this kind of stuff." I was like, "Yeah, bump me up a size." And she's like, "Hey, you never know. They might become available once you pick it up because it's still like 11 days before I pick up my stuff. So it could be. I don't know how suit industry works and like because obviously they have to fit. They have to size you. They have to do this. They have to do that. But I was like, I'll just wear a bigger waist size. Like because I like the longer ones, but like, dude, I'm on this kick where like the shorter the pants, the better, bro.
Yeah, I've always liked the little high waters.
Like freaking capris, dude. Basically for dudes. I mean,
I should have worn my red bottoms to Luke's wedding, man. I'm still kicking myself for that.
you should have, bro.
That would
I
be
didn't even
tight.
think of it until after. I was like, damn, I should have wore the red bottoms. Still haven't worn them to this
Like
day.
To this day.
To this day. To
They
this
just
day.
they just sitting in the closet collecting
So,
dust.
dude, I feel like I'm gonna look fucking fresh though. I feel like I'm gonna look good. I'm excited. I'm excited. And it's my sister getting married, so like that's awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be a cool
like
wedding.
dude, it's gonna be a dope ass wedding. It's gonna be a dope ass. It's in Monterey. Like
Oh, that's
it's
sick.
yeah. The only thing that I'm not looking forward to is driving 9 hours to get to Monterey
Yeah, that's not fun.
because I got to drive as soon as I get off work on Friday, wedding Saturday, and then I leave Sunday.
Damn.
Like it's just like a turn and burn. But
We
yeah,
did that one time when we flew out to Ohio. Got there on like a Saturday, did the wedding Sunday, and then flew home on Monday morning. It was,
dude,
man, it
It's
drains you.
oh yeah, it's so much drains you. It's just like, but you know,
And then I went to
again,
work the next day too, like an idiot. I
dude,
didn't even take the day
I
off.
got work the next day. I got work Monday,
Damn.
so I'm gonna try to leave at like maybe 9, 10, depending on how hungover I am on freaking Sunday. Like, luckily my dad's gonna take my kids back up freaking to Lodi, so I don't have to freaking make that 2 hour, 2.5 hour drive to Lodi, and then make another 7.5 hour drive to uh to Lodi. So like he's gonna pick them up and I'm gonna meet them in Monterey so that I don't have to freaking deal with like doing more travel back and forth because like not not fun. Like driving, like I don't mind driving. I don't at all. I put on my freaking tunes. I'm chilling. The thing that I mind about driving is traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun. Traffic. Sitting in
Like,
traffic. I hate that.
yeah, I'd rather drive 14 hours than drive 7.5 hours and sit in 3 hours of traffic. Like, hell no, bro. If I'm just cruising, and that's why I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning if I ever have to go up north, I'll wake up 3, be on the road by 3:30, and you're just cruising. You're just cruising. So
Ain't the vibes.
it ain't the vibes. It ain't the vibes. But the last thing I just want to talk about before before we wrap this shit up is Tesla.
Let's talk about it.
So Tesla, the biggest thing that's going on right now in Tesla is that they're having to recall Cybertrucks.
4,000 got recalled.
Is there a reason?
4,000 because of the accelerator pedal would get stuck on one of the freaking. They made it too long, or like the end part. So when you press down on it, it would get stuck underneath the map.
Yeah, it would like slide up.
And then and then you would just cruise and a top speed.
Bro, and then in a electric car, you
Right?
Zooming.
Right? You're freaking EMPing the whole city of freaking Los Angeles when you hit a telephone pole.
There is a
Like-
way to override by pressing on the brake. The brake overrides the gas pedal. But as soon as you take your foot off the brake,
yeah,
You're
you're
back.
going
it
again.
continues to go back. Yep.
Yes. And like, let's be honest. Unless you're like a good driver, people are gonna freak out.
Right.
oh
People
yeah.
freak out and shit starts hitting the fan and you're like, oh, what? Like, it's crazy. It's great. This I'm not gonna lie, the Cybertrucks look mean as fuck.
They do look mean, but they also have, with the gas pedal being a flaw, still the frunk and the trunk still has no
Face.
there's no safety. It just still, like, if you were to put a carrot, someone did a soda can, it still closes. It doesn't stop. So it's not like a garage
the
door.
automatic shut.
Yeah,
If you
it
put
just
a
keeps
soda
going.
can right where it like is supposed to stop, it doesn't, and that shit would probably crush your hand.
Yep.
Yeah, so like on the cars I sell, the Hondas, if you put your hand in the tailgate and you close it and your hand's still sitting there, when it comes down, if there's any resistance, the tailgate will just swing right back up.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And what
This
Luke's
one,
saying, and I saw that same video, is there's videos of like a baby carrot just getting chopped in half and soda cans getting blown up.
It's crazy, dude.
gotcha. Hey, that's a huge thing. Like that's
That
Yeah.
like
dangerous.
you would think that before putting this truck out, that you would have all your freaking
Well,
ducks in a line.
before
You know?
the crazy illness became a thing, which we all know what we're talking about. There was pre-orders for the Cybertruck, which was $100,
Yeah.
and it was supposed to come out within 2 years or
Yep.
whatever the timeline was. And then,
But that makes it even more like, oh, we got delayed. Like, let's
Yeah,
make sure
let's-
everything's good. You know?
But if you think about it too, just recently, last week, Elon Musk put out a 15% layoff or a cutback on his staff. So a lot of people, let's say you're working at a gigafactory, you go and you take your lunch, whatever, and you get this. There was a lot of people, especially here in the Nevada area, people went out to their car to their lunch. Let's say they left the actual facility to the parking lot. You have to scan your key card to get back in, and their key cards weren't working. Well, what's going on? Well, you just got laid off midday, mid shift,
Damn.
and
That's
and
tough. That's
crazy.
tough. That's tough. Another thing about Tesla is they just reduced their freaking price of full drive cars by a third.
Yeah.
So it was from $12,000 to now $8,000.
Well,
But it's full drive. You still have to be aware of what's going on and all that kind of stuff. It's not actual full drive like it is, but you still have to touch the wheel. You still have to do this. You still have to do that
so to
because of everything that the stocks dropped to 150 per share for Tesla.
Yeah, so to back it up even further, that was their third price cut for the FSD, so the full self-driving. So when I got my Tesla, I got the full self-driving for free, but the average person had to buy it, and it was $15,000. And the thing about the full self-driving is, about 4 or 5 months ago, they did an update. So for the Model 3, for example, right where the rear view mirror sits, there's like a tiny little camera, and every time you activate the full self-driving, the update now, it tracks your eyes. So let's say you look away for 5 seconds, it starts beeping at you, wants you to wiggle the steering wheel. It's not the people who ruined it were the dudes that were in LA traffic with the pillows
Just
sleeping.
slumped, bro.
Those are the dudes who ruined it for everyone. But yeah, it's not necessarily full self-driving anymore.
Full
So there's-
self-driving.
there's lane assist where it'll take you in a straight line, point A to point B, but the full self-driving actually does the turns and roundabouts and all that stuff.
Okay. I've been in Teslas before, specifically yours, and a couple family members. What is the point of dropping friggin' now $8,000 to have a full self-driving car if it doesn't really full self-drive?
It's essentially still updating every day. They're making progress with it, but the regulations that the states and the government puts on makes it not as fun anymore. It will literally take you point A to point B. It will get in. It will merge lanes. It will take a turn for you. You'll stop and go at a stoplight. But with all the regulations coming in effect, a lot of the driving fun has gone away because of accidents or regulations.
Well, yeah,
But
that's not fun.
It's not fun. But the here's the kicker though. With the full self-driving, right, you get 5 strikes. The only reason why I even know about the strike system is because one day Booski took the car down to Sacramento, and I forgot to tell her I took it from lane assist to full self-driving, which kind of does a lot of different things. But she came back. I took the car out to go to the gas station for some snacks or something. I took the Tesla to a gas station. But when I got into the car, ironic. When I got into the car, that's when I saw 3 out of 5 strikes were used. So I called Tesla and was like, "Hey, my full self-driving saying 3 out of 5 strikes. What's going?" Oh yeah. So if you get to 5 strikes, the full self-driving actually gets, you essentially get put on timeout. You're not able to use it anymore until the next update. When you update your car again, that's when, if you get striked out, you're able to use it again. So you're paying, for me, let's say I didn't get it for free. You spent 15 grand, you spent 12.5, you spent 8 grand on this feature that if you get so many strikes, you're now
You can't drive.
you can't even use it anymore. So
You can't use the self drive, or
you
you
can
can't
still
even.
you can
You can
You
still
still
can't use the
drive
self
though.
drive.
yeah, you
Okay,
can still
okay,
drive, but
okay.
you can't use that feature. You're essentially put on timeout till the next
That's
update.
wild, bro.
So
That's crazy.
I think
And
that's
I don't
where
know if you guys have ever been in a Tesla when someone's using the self driving, but let me tell you, when I was in with freaking Luke, and he was like, "Yeah, it's the full self drive." I was like, "Oh, okay." He freaking puts it on full self drive, and again, it tracks your eyes, but he knows the time and all that kind of stuff. He takes his hands off the wheel, turns around, and starts talking to freaking Boosty in the back seat. And I'm in the freaking passenger seat. I am shitting bricks right now. But this car is still driving. Moral of the story is I don't think I would still ever trust a
Ah,
self-driving car.
yeah, I would never use it.
No. Not even a little bit. Like I'll freaking I'll have a Tesla. They're nice. They're fast. I'm not gonna lie, they're fast. You would be surprised on how much get up and go this car has, because it's just magnets. It's just freaking. So you're just sitting there, and Luke's like, "Hey, hang on." I'm like, "What?" And I'm just chilling. I'm like, "Oh, whatever." He freaking guns it, and my head's like, just freaking stuck to the back of the seat. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, dude! I was not expecting that at all." Like Tesla, they're nice cars. The only thing, again, the full self driving, and also as soon as you let off the gas, it breaks.
yeah,
Yeah,
So you don't
the
really need to
regen.
regen.
you don't really need to use the brake. And me being a peasant that I am, I have a gas car. As soon as you let off the gas, yeah, you're cruising, but you still need you still need to use the brakes. This one, you could let off the gas and you could stop without even using the brake if you time it right, if you know how to drive it, all this kind of stuff. And that's what gets a lot of people is you let off, especially you'll know if someone's never driven a freaking Tesla car before, because like they'll freaking let off the gas and then brake and it's just and just jerky. But they're super nice cars. They're super nice cars. Again, great. But let me tell you how many times freaking Luke calls me and he's at a charging station.
Get some
It's
juice.
yeah, getting the juice. Is it efficient? Cheap? Of course. But like they modify your route if you put in a GPS to tell you where the next charging station is. So it could be like a 5 hour drive in a gas car. It could be a 7 hour drive in a freaking Tesla, because
Yeah,
not everywhere
the
has
supercharger.
freaking the superchargers or the just electric car charger, which I'm still not sold on it. They're nice. Don't get me wrong. I see some pretty dope ass Teslas driving around, but I'm still not sold. Especially me doing these freaking long trips to Northern California. Not sold at all. Not sold.
No, I like the idea of the hybrid a lot better, especially the plug-in hybrids. They're pretty cool to me. Being
Yeah.
able to use electric when you want, or
What?
being
Yeah.
able to use gas when you want. That's a
But
way
it's
better idea
mostly
to
the
me.
electrics in the city, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But on the plug-in hybrids, you can actually switch it to full EV. And granted, the range that you have on a plug-in hybrid is significantly less than what you have on a full electric car. You
Yeah.
may get like
Yeah.
20 to 40 miles depending on what
Yeah.
car it is. But having that feature just to be able to go 20, 40 miles, because my typical day-to-day use, I don't need a 250-mile range in a car.
Right.
So that's the other argument too, is like
Yeah.
as long as you
It,
keep it charged,
yeah.
you don't really gonna be stuck in
Yeah.
chargers and stuff. But the road trip aspect is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
And road tripping is a big thing, and people love to go on road trips, man.
We have to go.
Yeah, Booski, we need to go get the Wrangler from all that stuff. So, but
Hydro fuck the electric cars, especially in a rolling blackout, brownout state. Hydro? Are you talking about boats?
Hydrogen car.
I've never even heard of a hydrogen car.
yeah, someone actually created a car built off of water, and then he somehow died.
He got smoked.
Another
But no, they have
conspiracy.
these newer cars now. They've had them for a while. I think Toyota's the only one that has one currently. You fill it up with hydrogen. Honda has one coming out too, but it runs off a fuel cell. Basically, it powers the.
So it's better. It's
essentially an electric
technically
car that you can fill up way faster,
gotcha.
but it's
Gotcha.
not an electric car and the
Yeah.
performance and stuff, and
Yeah.
the tank is huge, so it takes up a bunch of the room in the car. Hydrogen cars are very weird, very
That's crazy.
I
That's
would not
crazy.
recommend hydrogen cars.
Tesla wants to produce one? No shit. That's crazy. That's wild. I didn't even know about that shit. I'm rocking my 2012 Honda Civic right now.
Hey, come trade that
And
bad
I
boy in,
know,
man. You
and
know, I got you a 2024 waiting, bro. They got power windows now.
Bro, do they not squeak and then they roll down? Because mine, every time I freaking roll down a window, it's like, and I'm like,
They got the
oh
remote start on the remote, dude. You'd love it.
bro,
The air conditioner works hella good.
Yeah, I know my air conditioning doesn't work like at all.
I know, bro. It's a 2012. I know what's going wrong with it. Your
I
AC's
know.
going out.
Hey, if I don't get $6,000 for it, I'm not trading in.
$6,000.
I know my car's worth. I know my car's
Where,
worth.
who told you that thing's worth $6,000, man?
Me, because that's my baby right there.
Man, I don't purchase off sentimental value, brother.
All right. Well, you're probably gonna be like, hey, the best I can do, brother, is like $500.
I'll give you $500.
And then your down payment's gonna be 15,000. Oh, you don't have it. All right. We ain't any shit then.
Nah, man, I'm not like that. Come on, I'll hook you up.
So, but is that it? Is that it for the third episode?
That's a wrap.
Hey, well, it's a pleasure. Everyone that tuned in, it was a pleasure. Freaking go check it out if you didn't, or if you want to listen to it again. Freaking Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. On YouTube, hit that that subscribe and like button. We're gonna be live. We're gonna try to start doing it more often than just Mondays. I think the census is, but we want to do it often more than just freaking Mondays. So keep tuned. And any last safe rounds for you gentlemen?
Nah, man, that's it. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We love you guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. We out.
Later, guys.